All right, I just fixed the audio.
Yeah, we having some technical difficulties over this way.
Sorry, my computer like weirded out this afternoon, like early afternoon, and I thought I fixed everything, but whatever. But anyway, guys, welcome to Sebastian's Davies Dark Tournament episode 19. We are doing it very, very big. We're about to hit 20 episodes. That's kind of like a crazy accomplishment to you.
A little mini milestone, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and we have, a lot of great candidates fighting this week. I think this one's probably going to be one of the better weeks for this bracket that you built.
It's going to be interesting, man.
Yeah,
but a lot of caping, I know that.
Yeah. We have the wonderful Strahd. As you guys can see here, he's going to stay in the whole time. For those that are watching our show for the first time, just know that Strahd is going to pull people in and out of the den, the entrance to the den, so you could come into the den of the Nakama to debate who you believe should be up and who you believe would win versus whoever they are versing. So if you haven't joined our Discord and you want to, come in and join these debates, hit that link and then come into the Discord, into the entrance to the den, and you can join the conversation.
Yeah, Strahd just dropped the link to the Discord in the YouTube chat. So if you guys aren't Discord members already, please join us. But welcome everybody to Davies Dark Tournament. I'm Sebastian, that's Larry, and this is the show where we have you join us to verbally discuss or debate who you believe will win in specific matchups. Right now, we're still ongoing the mid-tier tournament, so you know the vibes, who you got, what diff, and why. It should be a whole lot of fun. Some really, like Larry said, some really intriguing matchups coming up. So I really want to know what these debates are, because I haven't done any research whatsoever on these next couple. But it should be a lot of fun, man. Strahd, you want to say hi to the fans, say anything to everybody? Strahd is our winner. For those of you who saw our Jeopardy episode, Strahd was the guy who came through at the end and just clean swept everybody. So don't ever question Strahd's knowledge on One Piece. He'll own you.
Listen, right? Chestnut didn't stand a chance.
Couldn't.
Clearly.
Man, I'm gonna have to step out. Y'all about to get me assassinated.
Listen, man. Strahd's a legend.
Saying hello. Yeah, I got y'all's back. I'll be here to help you out with whatever you need. I have done a little bit of research though, and I'm surprised that you haven't said.
I'm shocked you're surprised. I'm actually I'm shocked that you're surprised, bro. I do no research. I've done research for one of these.
I heard about the driving test, so I'm not shocked by you no more.
Listen, sometimes you gotta cheat on your driver's test, bro. Who just goes in and
don't clip that.
Yeah, my license probably should be revoked, bro. Honestly,
probably.
It is what it is. But anyway, without any further ado, let's get into it. Strahd, I don't know if you saw who was in the Discord first, but actually, before we drag people in, everyone, we're gonna have you guys come into the Discord and drag you into the Den of Nakama to debate. But when we do, please, we ask that you guys stay muted until you are called upon, and try your best not to talk over one another, because it just doesn't come out well when we're all arguing over on top of each other.
No, it's not arguing.
Debating.
Right.
Oh, and before we get started, I just want to say, shout out to Larry, because he was really 𝐓𝐿𝐴 King for an episode, and I missed it. I was out at my Knicks game. Shout out to the Knicks, because they won. But damn, I missed that. I forgot that he was doing that when I told him I wasn't coming. And he didn't even switch up. He didn't even go, you know what, Sebastian's not here. Let me, wait till he's here. Nah, he just does it. And I didn't find out until I was on the train.
You know what's crazy?
Crazy.
We talked about this earlier, but I was like, I literally said I was going to be 𝐓𝐿𝐴 King that previous Monday on the previous episode that aired on Monday. And then you got random Knicks tickets, and then you went to the Knicks game. That's your fault, bro.
Yo, bro.
I'm not going to break my word to the people.
I would have pivoted for you.
No.
I don't know if I believe that.
No, he wouldn't.
I would have pivoted, bro.
No, he wouldn't.
I would have pivoted, man.
But to answer your question, I know at least 3 of the people that are in here, but I got in here a little late, so I can pull those 3, but...
I mean, honestly, Strahd, it's your bag, bro. You pull whoever you feel would be the best debaters, the best bunch, just,
Oh, all right.
But before we get into all that, we did get a couple super chats. We got Hey Nakama, $2 from Ryunosuke. Thank you so much, Ryu. I know you're in the den. I think I saw you in there earlier, so I can't wait to get you in here, bro. And then we got $20 from our guy Oz the Phenom. It says, "We in this bit." Appreciate it, Oz. I think I saw Oz in the den as well.
Thank
I don't
you, guys.
have visibility on it per se right now, but I appreciate y'all. Seriously.
Thank you,
Oz
thank
is
you.
consistent with those too. Every week he's in
Yeah,
that
man.
bit.
Shout out to Oz. Oh, yo, I saw Joy Boy Mark was
Yeah.
man. Shout out to Joy Boy
He
Mark.
came back.
Man. Yeah.
Came back.
But all right, Strahd, pull whoever you feel you need.
All right, how many do you want? 4? 5?
I don't know how many. I don't have visibility, so I don't know how many people are in the den right now waiting.
You could do like 5 strong. 5 is
All right,
good.
that's about a third. All right, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we gotta get him in here.
All right. How's it going, everybody?
Hello.
Welcome to the DDT. You already know the
Yo,
vibes.
what's up, guys?
Who you got? What diff and why? We got to start our first matchup. Oh, I got to do the names and numbers stuff.
Oh yeah.
My fault,
bro.
My fault.
Let me do it real quick.
But how's it going, y'all? How y'all doing on this happy Wednesday? Hopefully y'all Valentine's was dope. Mine was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? I missed the stream, but
Mine was dope. I was by myself.
you don't gotta do that.
I was
They're
single,
on the grind.
streaming all day,
Listen,
listening
man,
to
you
love
see
music,
See the
Right.
heart, man.
Right.
All-
Single.
all 90s music. I was listening to like,
Yo,
I gotta be the
Yo,
one you love.
when I tell you, I
I was
came.
listening to Jagged Edge and
I
shit.
walked in here and Larry was playing nothing but slow jams, and I was like, "Yo, you good?"
I just want to be loved.
Yo, it was too funny, man. He was listening to Ragnar's CD. I don't know if y'all have heard Ragnar, bro, but he got vocals, bro.
Ragnar got opinions too, but I mean, yeah.
Ragnar be singing, man. What's up, Ragnar? What's up, Ryu? Who else is in here?
Been out here.
Infamous, Balenci, Barnes. What's good, y'all? How y'all doing? Oh,
Might not have everybody. Is everybody here?
silent today.
Yeah, they don't care.
Barnes, you here?
They don't
Oh,
care.
there's Barnes.
Y'all hear me?
Yes,
we
we
got
can hear
you.
you.
So we got to start with Ragnar, right? Like
I
I
don't
feel
know
like
who-
it's
who just
always...
jumped
Yeah,
off
Ragnar's like always
No, he
here
didn't
first
jump-
everywhere.
No lie, 𝐸𝐸 got here before me, so I'm just
Yo,
giving
I
it a
I
did
was-
see Ryu in there early, bro. It was like,
yeah.
give it to Ryunosuke then.
Yeah, man.
Of course.
I was like 2 hours early. I didn't want to miss this one.
Yeah,
Wait,
Alright.
so who's going on first?
yeah, I think Larry updated the YouTube stream. I don't know if you guys can see it, but the first matchup is going to be Don Quixote Rosenante versus Wiper from Sky Island. I don't know if you guys remember these two. You should. They're pretty,
Yo,
Pretty-
Wiper's my favorite character.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
these are two fan favorites. As far as how their matchup goes, I mean, I'll let y'all debate that out, but you know the vibes. Ryunosuke, who you got? What diff? And why?
Alright. Well, I want to start off with like, why did you do this to Rosenante? Like, actually, I got Wiper low diff for these multiple reasons. One, he has a better arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
His milky arrows combined with his shooters would make Rosenante. He's not gonna be fast enough. Those shooters are way too fast. We've seen what they can do in Skypiea. Rosenante's not gonna be able to get away. Not to mention, he has Sea Stone in his shooters. The little wavers on his feet. That's how he was able to kill Enel. So, Rosenante's fruit isn't going to be in the picture. And since Wiper has been trained since a kid for close combat fighting, Rosenante is not going to win. Plus, since it's Sea Stone, he's going to be weaker than he already is. His burn bazookas can take out Rosenante clean with no traces. We've seen what he did to that giant tree. And if all else fails, he has a rejectile. It killed Enel. It's going to kill him too. Wiper also has better feats. He killed God Enel. Of course, he came back, but he did kill him. He did do what he wanted to do. He's been training since he was a kid to fight Enel. Not only that, when the first time we saw him, when he came up with that mask, he no-diffed Luffy, Sanji, and Zoro. I don't know if you guys missed that, but I have a clip on YouTube right now and I'm watching it.
Oh, I remember. Very well.
He almost blew up the entire ship. If Gonfall didn't come, One Piece would have ended right there. And depending on where we're fighting, if it's in the air, Rosenante is not going to be able to breathe as well. That's what happened to Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji when they went up. They're like, oh, I can't breathe because the oxygen isn't as good as it is on the ground. If he's on the ground, of course, breathing's going to be a little harder for him, but I think he'd still win. So, yeah, I got Wiper low to no diff.
Appreciate the take, 𝐲𝐿𝐴. We'll go to Ragnar.
I agree with everything 𝐲𝐿𝐴 just said, but I also want to add on, just to let you guys know, Wiper is literally like the main character of his own story. Like in any other anime, this dude is the MC. Like, oh, they killed my family. I'm gonna train for the rest of my life to kill this one dude. I'm gonna make all the best gadgets possible to be a one-man army, and he accomplished his goal. Like, I think it's a Wiper like negative, to be honest. Like, there's not much. There's not much he can do. What he's gonna like die silently? Like, that's about it. Have a silent death. Maybe he can call for backup. I don't know if he gets a golden then Mushi to call a buster call.
I don't think
he
he
got
has
nothing
that
else.
clearance. Honestly, I don't think he has that clearance.
He got nothing. I can't give it to him. So I'm gonna go with Wiper negative, and I actually do mean negative. I'm not even exaggerating.
Jesus. All right. Appreciate the take, Ragnar. We'll go to Barnes.
Yo, Seb, can I have some time, bro? Can I go last? I'm trying to construct an argument for Rosenante right now.
I got you. That's what you
So
need,
give
bro.
me time. I'll have something for you, but give me a little time.
I got you. All right, we'll go to 𝐷𝐵𝐿𝐴. B, you there? You might have to drop 𝐷𝐵𝐿𝐴 and bring him back. We can't hear you if you're talking.
Yeah, I can bring him back later.
No, you can just do it immediately.
Yeah, just try to drop and bring him back immediately. Maybe.
That usually works.
𝐷𝐵𝐿𝐴, you there? If you're talking, we can't hear you, man.
That should have worked. Should have fixed it.
I don't know. Maybe drop him and bring him back. But we'll go to 𝐸𝐴MOUS.
Okay. There's really not that much to say. Like, to keep it short and sweet, Wiper's winning. I think 𝐸𝐿𝐴 had a very well constructed and thought out argument for Wiper. I think it's gonna be Wiper low diff. I'll give the benefit of the doubt to what is his name? Rosenante? Right? Yeah. I mean, Wiper got it all, and Wiper's more durable than Rosenante. I mean, Wiper could take thunder. I'm pretty sure he could take bullets for sure. Yep. Wiper, low diff, and yeah, that's it.
Okay. I feel like a lot of y'all sleeping on Corazon. I'm not saying where I'm going with my pick, but do got a heart on my chest. No, I'm kidding. But all right. Barnes, I don't know. They didn't give you a lot of time, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I hope you have an argument to construct here.
Oh God, this is
if not, I could just go to Strahd first and maybe Larry. You know what I mean? Like, you want to give your take, Larry?
not. Larry, want to go? Larry, please go.
You said please go.
I can go. Larry tends to sway votes because he's the.
Yeah, you go,
You know what I'm saying? So I can give mine if you want.
I'm getting somewhere.
Okay. Go ahead, Strahd. We gotta give Barnes his time. He got prep. He needs prep time.
This will be a lot of obvious points, but it'll give him some time. First question: what are I might have not heard it, but are the what's the terrain like for this fight? Are we with are the clouds here? Like, do we have that advantage for
So there will be clouds. You know, there will be enough clouds.
Wiper can use his shooters to go on.
They're in the hyperbolic time chamber, bro. There's no advantages
It's
for
an
either
open
one.
field.
There's no advantages. Yeah.
There's an open field.
There's no advantages for
It's
either
just
one.
an open field.
We're not doing that.
Then you have to take the shooters out because those only work on clouds. So that's Sea Stone. That's
Wait,
gone for
Strahd.
Wiper.
Strahd, they have the white arrows, they have the milky arrows, so they can just shoot Skypiea clouds if they wanted to.
That's true.
Viper
That's
had
true.
one.
But if he has no advantages, he's not going to have a milky dial, correct?
So he's not gonna have his arsenal.
No, he's gonna have
This is
dials.
what I was
He's
talking
gonna
about. Yeah, he's
have
gonna have
dials,
it,
bro.
bro.
Yeah,
Again, when
he's gotta have dials.
Yo, when we started the mid-tier tournament, I said if they've done it on panel, they can be used to do it in
That's fair. That's all
these
they know. Okay,
debates.
so then he'll have the shooters, which
Yep.
means that kills any devil fruit thing against the Rosenante. Rosenante's got some things going for him. I mean, he's got his pistols, he's got his bazooka, he's got explosives, right? He's got some things for weapons. He's got some pain. He's got incredible pain tolerance. I don't know if y'all remember him getting deep backed by a young Law in kid form, but he took that without even yelping. That's just pain tolerance, right? He can nullify himself as a devil fruit, but that has nothing to do with the dials. He can do like sneak attacks, but that's about all Rosenante's got. Wiper takes this with low diff, and that's just because I like Rosenante for several reasons. The shooters is one reason. It has Sea Stone in him, so if he touches it, that nullifies devil fruits, and Rosenante is not at the level where he can just power through it. If you want to go for Wiper's like strong body and heritage, he's a descendant of Kalgara. You don't know who that is? Look that dude up. That's another person from another story who's also could be a main character on the levels of Nolan. Look that dude up too if you don't know who that is. He took 3 reject dials while without dying. I don't know if you know, but reject dials are designed to kill you if you use one. The force that it absorbs is 10 times what it puts out, but it kills a normal person with one use. He used it the first time with being barely affected. Second time just made him exhausted, and the third time almost killed him. He took several direct hits from Enel, after which he was able to use one of those reject dials. What else? Even though he was able to he was able to physically fight on par with Luffy and Zoro when they was introduced. So that kind of speaks volumes for itself. So I'll stop the delaying and I'll say that it is Viper low diff, and hopefully that was enough time for you.
Yeah.
All right, appreciate the take, Strahd. Barnes.
Oh Lord. Okay. Dealing with Wiper. Dealing with this Wiper hype. First of all, okay, reject dials. They kill a person in one shot. So do gunshots. So, what do we say about these reject dials? Are we saying one reject shot is equivalent to one bullet from a MAC-10? Like, what are we agreeing on?
Well, I mean, I feel like you got to use the
reject dial. Takes the force that is put into it that it absorbs, and it can put it back out 10 times. So actually, a reject dial would be 10 times that 6-shooter you're talking about.
Okay.
And he took 3 of those and direct attacks from Enel, which is incredible durability. Like, he's taking a gunshot. I've seen people take gunshots and walk away that didn't even have hockey in real life. You feel me?
Yo, Strahd, what kind of life you living? You seen people getting shot?
Hey, I'm not in the streets anymore. All right, I got out.
Okay. So, what's his name? Wiper is descended from the Kalgaras and has a great body, but Rosenante is descended from celestial dragons, the gods of One Piece. So I'm going to give that to him. Are we giving Rosenante the bazooka, the flintlock pistol, and his explosives?
Yeah, you got everything, bro.
Okay, if we're giving him all that, I know from the manga that Rosenante, as we know, has a high pain tolerance, and you could consider it maybe a high durability because he sets himself on fire and he's fine. He gets beat near to death by Virgo in freezing snow, and is able to run away with the law. He evades like some of the top performers in the Don Quixote family in Diamante and 𝐲𝐿 and one other person when they're chasing him down. And he receives multiple gunshots from somebody. Was it ~Doflamingo?
It was Doflamingo.
Yeah.
Was it ~Doflamingo? No, but before Doflamingo puts him to sleep on the ground, he takes the gunshot and he's able to run. Like,
did he get shot when he stole the fruit from Drake's dad? I think that was the.
Yeah, I think he did.
He's able to run for a while, right? Yeah, he keeps going for a while. Anyway, the point is, Rosenante can take some hits. Yes. And his agility is proven by his ability to evade the Don Quixote family. What? Okay. It's by his ability to evade the Don Quixote family for some time. He's a trained spy. He was able to fool the entire Don Quixote family for months. And his ability might come in handy because he can remotely activate it within a certain distance. Now, what does Wiper have? He has reject dials and a bazooka. Is there anything else?
He's got his shooters. He's got his smoky arrows. He's got his burn bazooka.
He also used a sea stone nail on a nail.
Yeah, he's got sea stone as well.
So much. Oh.
And I also just want to point out that little
plenty
scene you were
different
trying to
types of
like
dials,
demonstrate
including
all of his
elemental dials.
durability didn't happen in the in the manga. It only happened in the anime. So all those shots he was taking from Diamante and all that, that was only the anime. I just want to point that out.
Ragnar, you were saying something, I couldn't hear you.
I was saying he has a wide variety of dials.
Yeah.
You just need to use them in the fight directly.
Oh God, I was gonna say. Okay, I'm gonna make the argument that Rosenante can win this extreme diff if he uses the 𝐴𝐚 fruit to take away what's his name, Wiper's hearing by putting a circle, like a field of calmness over his head. That'll take away his hearing, and he's agile enough to get around Wiper, hopefully, and shoot him to death. That is all. Oh, and he has a bazooka. Bazookas are pretty bad.
Wiper also has a
To be fair, they both have bazookas. Just saying.
Okay,
Yeah, I think Wiper's is stronger
Wiper's
too.
is
It is. It shoots cannonballs.
It's a little different.
And also, to be fair, Wiper doesn't move using his legs. He moves using jet dials.
We understand. Yeah, but it's gonna be pretty disorienting when you can't hear anything.
Well, okay. My counterpoint to that is that Rosenante can actually only do it within a small vicinity or AOE of himself.
Well,
So
we
if
don't
you're
know what
talking
that
like
vicinity
5
was.
meters, 10 feet.
That's
I mean,
fine.
last time
That's
I was on
totally fine.
rollerblades, I was like 8 feet easy without even thinking. You know what I mean? I'm already out of his range.
What was it? 10 feet? Do we know how wide it was?
It doesn't state the
what it
actual
was?
distance meter wise, but it does
So
say
I am going
short
to
area
assume
around
it's
him.
reasonable. I am going to assume it is reasonable. I'm allowed reasonable speculation.
You are
so I'm going
allowed
to assume-
reasonable speculation.
I am
It's
allowed reasonable
fair
speculation.
and reasonable to say it. You can say it.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to assume he's be able to do it from a reasonable distance. He is a captain in the Marines. That's pretty
I
solid.
think he was a
Nah, he wasn't even that high. Don't do that.
commander or something.
He was a
Yeah,
high
we looked
commander.
it up. He's a commander. He's under captain.
To be fair,
He's
he was
definitely under
undercover,
𝐴𝐚𝐬𝐭,
So that
100%.
kind of makes him a CP agent, doesn't it?
He was like probably first iteration of Sword in some way. You know.
Yeah.
Whatever,
And we
you
have
know,
respectable members of Sword.
he was
A little bit
connected
of
to a
pushback.
high profile.
Listen, bro, it's none of y'all turn. Let Barnes go off and stop doing that. Go
Yo,
ahead,
remember
Barnes.
your whole waffling thing that you ate? Barnes is doing that right now.
You either got something, Barnes, or you don't, bro.
All right, so that's my argument. He's gonna take away his hearing, and he's gonna use whatever mobility and skills he learned from the Marines to get around him and just gonna have to spam some attacks at him. Rosenante extreme diff. Thank you for listening.
I appreciate the take, Barnes. I really do.
That was so hard.
One thing to push back on the Virgo thing you said, Virgo also stated he was pulling his shots when he was hitting Rosenante during that. So wasn't really hitting him, even though they were hockey coded.
Is that true? I don't even remember that. Is that true?
All I know, it ain't somebody's turn, and he talking out of turn.
Let's Strahd rock, bro. It was a dead silence. Okay.
All right.
But yeah, I appreciate the take, Barnes. Larry, do you want to give your take before we get another group in here?
Yeah, I'll actually give my take. All right, so I'm gonna have to go with Rosenante. And the reason why I go with Rosenante, and I'll tell you why. The greatest thing about this dude Wiper is his willpower. All right, so when it comes down to willpower, we've been able to see him stand like lightning bolts, and we've been able to see him do like the explosive dial and kill a nail, right? Like all those things were possible, and he withstood those. Like his durability is off the charts. And it also shows his willpower to an extent, right? That he's willing to go as far as he needs to in order to accomplish what he needs to accomplish. I think that's his strongest suit. I think everything else was a compliment, such as like him soloing the Monster Trio. Well, that was also because the Monster Trio were weakened because of the atmosphere. They weren't fighting, he wasn't fighting and soloing a full Monster Trio. That's crazy. That's like saying Wiper could beat Daz Bones off the get and get no diffed. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not real. That's literally, they've even stated it, that only happened because of the change in the atmosphere. So you can't count that towards Wiper at all. Also, his skates, I believe, only really propel him speed-wise to be fast through being on clouds. Now, if he ends up shooting a cloud, well, that means he only can move in certain directions as well. It doesn't mean he could just move wherever he wants to. Now, for the dials themselves, the only reason he hit somebody like Enel, who's actually and naturally fast, is because Enel thought himself to be immortal. He thought nothing could hurt him. He let people attack him, which is why he ended up getting hit by the attack and was even surprised that, Wiper was even touching him. All right. So I will say that Wiper is very formidable. He might be somebody pre-time skip that might have had Conqueror's Haki. We might not know, but he was willing to do anything necessary in order to achieve his goals because he was that ambitious about his belief. And that usually translates to strength and willpower. Now, for Cortisone, I'm surprised nobody mentioned, if the dude silences somebody else, that means they can't use their named attacks.
Oh my god.
So I don't care what anybody says.
That's like a fan theory. Hasn't been
Hold on. Yo, y'all be talking, did he use a named attack? When Sanji got hit by the sword from Queen, did Queen use the named attack? Well, if he can't use name attacks at all, then that means that Wiper can't use any of the monstrous attacks against Rosenante. So I'm going to point that out as that's a benefit towards Rosenante in a show where people use named attacks to yell out and proceed to like power through. So from my perspective, if Wiper has to get close, and he will not be able to do such attacks. Now, when it comes to the range of Rosenante's mute power, we've seen Law literally walk away in the snow much, much farther than he was in that alleyway with Law when he was a kid, explaining the whole Trafalgar D water law name and it being a secret. So we know that it can expand to an extent. We don't know exactly what that expansion may be. Now, listen to me right now. He did get bodied by Virgo, and I don't know if pulling his punches is true or not. I have to look that up. What I will say is he went full body hockey against Rosenante. You know what I'm saying? Like, Rosenante isn't a slouch either, because he became a commander from 8 years old and stayed in the Marines for 6 years only. Then he was fully entrusted by Sengoku to be a double agent to Doflamingo, and such people that we've seen are agents are sword members. Like who? Like Kobe. And you know what Kobe's rank is? Kobe's rank is a captain. You know what's under Kobe's rank? A Commodore, which he was. So if he's a Commodore, and I'm speculating he may be a part of Sword, then he definitely has some strength feats that we clearly didn't see, but I don't think he's stronger than Virgo. And I think Virgo would body Wiper by a large margin. Also, who is a captain? Tashigi. Tashigi's the same level of captain as somebody like Kobe. Now, I'm not going to go here and say like positions truly do matter. What I will say is there is a lack of evidence for Rosenante's capabilities. But if I am to go off of anything, I have to choose what is he and what does he currently have in his skill set. I believe Rosenante taking a sword through the back that literally punctured almost his heart by Law as a kid, and he withstood it and was good. He was immediately good after that accident happened. It shows that even himself, he's durable. He definitely has some talent. he's definitely capable of shutting off somebody's attack powers by just going, yo, you can't say anything, so like you can't use your strongest attack. I'm saying that. And also, the strongest part of Viper is his willpower, right? I believe Rosenante has strong willpower. When he saw that Law was dying from the white lead syndrome, he went to each hospital and got denied for like almost 2 months and kept going and going and going and going while trying to keep up with like his mission with Doflamingo and trying to take him down. You know what I'm saying? And then he had the audacity to go to Barrel's X-Drake's dad, steal the fruit by himself. He literally one-shots Barrels and then literally starts fighting the rest of his crew, takes the devil fruit and leaves, and he does get shot and he makes it to Law. And then the durability feats even go further because he gets jumped by the whole Dofi pirates and he's still alive, and then it takes Dofi to actually kill him. And even then, they didn't truly kill him until Law got away far enough to the point where he couldn't be heard because he was crying so loud. So it's like the willpower is also there too. I just don't know if he's a conqueror or not, the same way I would think that Viper would be. So in my opinion, I think Rosenante beats Viper, and I think it would be high diff.
Okay. Does anybody want to rebuke anything they heard from Larry or Barnes? Because Viper has the lead here.
Yes, 2 things for Larry. One, Rosenante is naturally clumsy, so he's getting hit a lot. Also, the word Rosenante in Spanish comes from Rosin, which actually means low quality horse. A little trivia for you there. So I actually don't think he has this like you do. There you go. All right, that's my point.
What does that have to do with anything?
It didn't have to do with anything.
What are you talking about? It literally fits the Don Quixote motif of their last name. It's literally play on words. It means something. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, in this matchup, I mean, we could go to anybody's name and just say it means something. You know what I'm saying?
You can actually look that up though. That's fact. That's not speculation.
But that
The other
he could have.
character's name is Viper.
Hold on, Doflamingo's name could have been Rosinante, and had the exact same story, and it wouldn't. You know what I mean? Like I don't think Oda was.
I don't.
But it wasn't.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. I do want to say this. I said fair and reasonable speculation can be allowed in this tournament, Larry. Rosinante saying that the names don't work, is that fair and reasonable?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yo, people be yelling out. Yo, y'all be talking about named attacks. If you can't yell out a name attack, then it can't work.
What is stopping him from still just using a reject dial? Like, he doesn't have to say reject dial when he does it.
Yo, but he did it. They do it. They do it in the show.
But we've seen Luffy punch without saying anything.
Okay.
We've also seen Luffy punch while saying a name.
That doesn't matter.
So, but you can't be like, yo, now you can't punch.
Yo, this is a manga. This is an anime. They be yelling out moves before they do them. And usually they're their strongest moves.
Yo, by your logic, Rosinante could be the most broken person in the series. Like,
I mean,
bro.
He could be the most broken assassin for sure.
Oh,
yo, you know what's crazy too? Y'all be talking that mess about how Garp be training 𝐷𝐿𝐴 and Kobe, right? Meanwhile,
see this.
Hold on.
This is fair and reasonable.
Hold on. But I'm still saying, 𝐷𝐿𝐴 is actually a rank lower than Rosinante, and he was being trained by Garp. So I'm just saying, y'all on this Viper hype. But Viper is also a pre-time skip character. And y'all be talking about how power scaling happens in post-time skip. So now y'all changing up. I don't like the inconsistency of a lot of y'all right now. Because it's showing and it's crazy.
Yo, you're not being
but
difference is
I'm letting you know.
He's not being
I'm letting you
right
know.
now.
We've seen 𝐷𝐿𝐴 move and we've seen Kobe move. And when we've seen Rosinante move, it's nothing but else. Name me a W this man has, bro.
No, we can't do that.
He stole a
that
devil
his
fruit.
traits
He
match.
can
No, we can't
steal.
do
Oh
that.
no, he can
We
fight.
can't
Yo, did you say he one-shot Barrels? I don't even think that happened. I think he shot him.
No, he kicked him. He kicked him.
Yo, but like one shot means you knocked the dude clean out like he was done.
Yo, Barrels wasn't chasing after him. He wasn't chasing after him.
Drake's dead, bro. You know what? I'm gonna give a dub to Rosinante there. I'm just saying that's not an extremely impressive feat. Viper was out here fighting Zoro and Luffy and not losing.
He didn't do anything to Luffy at all.
Who could? I mean, Listen, I'm not gonna get my take yet, but shout out to the heart on my shirt. But
Strong, man, count my vote, man.
I counted it. You think there was more than 2? All right, I appreciate all y'all's takes. Definitely stick around. We're gonna bring you guys in for another matchup coming up. But Strahd, drop the vote.
Also, Cortisone was literally the only person under Dofi. Like right after everybody, it was Cortisone, and then it was Diamante, and even Diamante said how strong Cortisone was.
I don't even know if that hierarchy is what you're saying it is right now, because it was Virgo. You know what I'm saying? And then it was like everybody else.
I'm glad y'all pulled me up. They talking some craziness in that intro.
We were spitting. You just
They
couldn't
talking.
I have
Bro,
no
we just-
idea what y'all about to say, but welcome, gentlemen. Javerse, Zaki, who's in here? Who else in here? Mike, who man? What's going on, y'all? Welcome to DDT. You know the vibes. Who you got? What diff and why? We're still debating Cortisone versus Wiper the Berserker.
If y'all ain't hear what I brought up, bro, then that's sad, bro. So I brought
What you
up
brought
facts.
up? What you
I
bring?
heard
What you
We were
bring
kind of
up?
like knee deep in another argument.
Y'all
bro.
want
look
me
at
to
the
tell you?
I
Y'all want
was
me to tell
looking
you?
at
Basically said Corazon can stop a lot of characters' attacks by silencing them because if
Don't
you can't
say
see
that
your
again.
attack in One Piece, then you can't. Then your attack wouldn't come out. You
Okay.
wouldn't be able to do your attack.
Okay, today is not April 1st, Larry. Chill
Yo,
out.
listen.
Chill
Like
out.
I said,
Yo, there's facts behind
like
it.
yo, have we seen him do that?
Yo,
When,
but
hold on, even
yo,
our
you said-
room, when Law used
Larry.
our room, re-room, whatever it was, did the attack that Big Mom tried to do stop because she couldn't say
it wasn't as powerful because she couldn't yell it out.
Yo, bro.
I gotta look at
Larry,
the
put the spoon
So
down.
she still did the move though.
Yo, right?
She still
the
did
move-
the
No,
move.
but it
Answer.
wasn't. No, but it might have not been a yo. So I don't want to hear
No,
that.
I don't wanna hear no
Queen
Mike.
didn't use a
What
named
move
attack.
did, wait, what move
with
did,
the
wait,
sword.
what move did Big Mom do? What move did Big Mom do?
She
that?
throw hair or something. She had something going on.
No, she couldn't call out
She was
because
pinned.
the
She
cloud
do
couldn't
anything.
hear her, so she couldn't
did
perform the
mayhem.
move.
But that's her talking to the move. This
Listen,
is
bro.
Yeah,
Yo,
what's it called Mother Misery is a separate entity.
Mother,
that
yeah,
she
Mother
has.
Misery moves on its own.
we're
It's
talking
autonomous.
about Wiper going like this with a reject dial.
Yo,
bro,
but he usually,
impact dial.
but he says impact though.
No, he
He
doesn't say
does,
reject.
but like that
He
doesn't
didn't-
Yeah,
stop
you
you
don't
from
have-
using an
That's
impact.
not how that works.
Bro.
Okay, Rosenante's fruit only nullifies sound. Everything else
Right.
still happens.
Yo, I know what it
Okay,
does.
let me get this
Strahd.
right. Let me get this right.
Obviously,
So you're
Okay,
telling me-
not,
you're
because
telling
you're
me-
saying not saying his
Hold
name and doesn't invoke the ability.
If Van Auger is shooting somebody and he names the shot,
is it a stronger attack or not?
You're telling
Is
me
it a stronger
no,
attack or not?
But you're telling me that if he was to get with the sound ability, he no longer can shoot the shot no more.
No, he could shoot the shot. It just wouldn't be the strong
So
shot. It'd
his
be a regular
voice
shot.
is making the shot stronger.
Yo,
By
that's
y'all,
insane.
hold on. But from what y'all always,
kinda
hold
get
on,
where
hold
he's
on.
coming from,
From
right?
what
Like
y'all
most anime
always,
characters.
y'all always say that did that character do a named attack or not, and that usually determines if that attack matters or not. That was the whole conversation
Yeah, no.
between Queen
I get where that-
swinging
It
the
was
sword.
Jack and Chin-
Yeah, swinging the sword on Sanji and saying, "Yo, was that a stronger attack or not?" And
Hold
y'all be
on.
like, "Yo, was it a named attack?" Now, if I silence the attack, it can still go through. But is it as strong because it's not named? No.
Larry,
Hold
this
up.
is where
Yo,
this
but
is
it's
where
the
the
thing.
fun
You
goes.
you
But
actively
hold up, that's not
disagree
how
with that.
rejectiles work. The force the
Yeah.
rejectile takes in, it 10 times is amplified.
Yo,
So
cool.
with, hold up. So with your logic, even if it diminished at 30%, it's still 3 times more what it takes to kill a normal person, which is 1 attempt. He
So-
took 3 and still lived.
Yo, but
Larry,
this is hold
let's
on.
Let's have people give their arguments.
Yo, because they
Yeah, you
keep
got it.
arguing against me.
He was wild.
Yeah,
So-
that's crazy. That's crazy.
So what I will
That's
say
crazy
too
that
is
they're
like,
arguing against you right now.
so what I will say is too that if I wanted to take it even a step further, when a person names an attack, they probably push more of their will into the attack to make it more effective. And if that person is shooting at 3 times the amount of an impact dial and he says like the name of the attack, then it's probably a lesser form of that attack overall because he can't say it. He can't input his will into the attack.
Okay.
Yo, I said
Move
fair
on, move on.
and reasonable speculation.
Yo, is that not fair and reasonable?
No,
Okay.
No,
No,
that's
it's
not.
not.
No, that's not.
Whatever, bro.
it is
Cheat.
not. How is that cheating?
I mean, the whole
Hold on, Larry.
attack
Like,
thing was
How
kinda
would
reasonable with
how
Big
would
Mom
saying
thing.
burn bazooka make the burn bazooka stronger.
No, he doesn't.
just
He never says burn
bazooka.
bazooka. He never says burn bazooka ever.
I don't even remember if
he
he
does.
says reject
first time
dial,
he uses it.
impact dial, or
No,
any
he
of
does
that.
say he says reject,
Yo,
but he doesn't say burn bazooka.
But you know what? I'm done. I'm gonna stop arguing. I'm gonna let y'all give y'all takes. We'll start with who, man, you've been the most silent. So go ahead, it's on you.
Yeah, Wiper. Wiper, low diff. Like, Rosenante is like a goofball. Like, I really like. I was looking at the wiki. Apparently, he was like acknowledged by Diamante for like his fighting prowess when he was like, in the heart throne seat title, whatever. But even then, like he's just so clumsy. Like he don't got no feats really. Wiper got better durability, so yeah, Wiper low diff.
All right, appreciate the take, who, man. We'll go to Shin.
Jesus, what did I just hear? But I'm gonna have to go to Wiper. Even though I like going for the underdog, y'all know me. I went for Raizo. I went for Monet. I tried to make some sense out of it, but like, Corazon can't do nothing. Like, he just make you go silent. Like, making someone go silent is not gonna make them stop moving or freeze in place or make them not be able to attack no more. You can still do stuff. Law was silent and he was still walking and crying. Like, that's the best thing Corazon could do. He might be durable, but like, come on, bro. A reject out, and he could do that 3 times. But the only counter I could say about that reject out, it has to literally get like strong attacks to make it even stronger. But like, what can Corazon do? Like, punch? I never seen him throw a punch.
He has like a bazooka and a gun. And
Corazon do?
That weak ass pistol.
Yes.
Yeah.
And explosive. Corazon's
And
also got
explosives, yeah, explosives.
Yeah, he blew up a
Okay,
hospital.
but so the only thing I can say about that is an explosive that Corazon throws out stronger than the 𝐿-Thor, and I say no. So I'm gonna have to go to Wiper. Wiper also has Sea Stone. Corazon is done for. Low diff.
All right. Appreciate the take, Shin. We'll go to Zaki.
Yeah, I think Wiper is probably one of the most underrated characters in the series, right? Because a lot of people like to, well, he's kind of underrated and overrated at the same time. Because a lot of people like to bring up the fact that, yeah, he took out the whole monster trio together. It's like, yeah, well, that's clearly not the real monster trio at that point. They were like heavily nerfed, right? But what he did do is he did fight Luffy to a complete standstill, right? After first of all, they weren't able to get real hits on each other for like the entire fight because they were so fast and they were able to react to each other, right? This is the same Luffy that's able to get hits on NL. A lot more. The same Luffy that couldn't get hits on Wiper. When they actually did get a clean hit, they actually exchanged. And both of them were sent flying by their attacks. You know, Wiper hits Luffy with a burn bazooka. Luffy hits him with a 𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵 bazooka, right? And they both fall. They're both bleeding from the mouth. Except Wiper gets up first and saying, "Are you done?" And then Luffy has to get up after that and say, "No, I'm not done." But the fight ends there. Obviously, he gets swallowed by a snake, right? But even in terms of Wiper's durability, right? Like, I want to bring up, like, do you remember when Locky's getting one-shotted by NL, and then a priest runs up on Wiper and hits him with an axe dial in the back? An axe dial, things that could chop down whole trees, the thick verth trees, right? He stands there and takes it. He doesn't even flinch, right? This is the same guy who, when he was fighting Shura, he allowed Shura to stab him with a flaming lance through his shoulder just so he can get a reject dial on him, and he wasn't even phased, right? So I don't see anything that Corazon has in his entire arsenal that's gonna actually do any lasting damage to Wiper, while Wiper has like all the tools in the world to do damage to Corazon. Not only that, but Corazon is like actually like a very nerfed character. Like, we know he's clumsy. The whole reason he got shot by all those pirates at the bottom of that hill was because he slipped up. He's actually clumsy. That's an actual character flaw that he has. So, and that's in a real fight scenario. Like, he was trying to get out of there clean. But yeah, I just think Wiper takes it. I think it's a negative div, honestly. Like I don't even see Corazon putting up a fight.
appreciate the take, Zaki.
Larry's filming right now.
No, I'm not.
Nah,
Feeling.
he's chilling.
He chilling. We'll go to Mike Super.
I'm gonna be honest. This the mid tier. I got room to speculate. I'm taking Corazon,
Fair and reasonable speculation, but go ahead.
and I ain't even gonna lie. I'm stealing your move, Sam. I'm stealing your move. You said you brought out the handcuffs. So I think it's fair. It's fair to say Corazon got all rights to all of Caesar's stuff.
Huh?
Think about
Huh?
it. Think about it. Think about it.
What?
Think about it.
Let him cook,
Plug.
Let him
Caesar
cook.
worked for
Let him
Flamingo.
cook.
He worked for Flamingo, right? So how is it that he can't get access to any of those toxins? You saying they got the mad factory in the town and he ain't got none of that? He could get some of that. It's not out the order. I'm reaching a little.
Mike, I would be with you, and I would even co-sign with you right now, low key, just to cape. But like,
Folks
I don't know
dead.
that the Mads factory even existed, and that Dopey was connected to Caesar 10 years ago or 13 years ago when he died like that.
We could reach.
I
He
don't
could
even think
bring
he was
out
in
some
the
of them
New World yet.
gases. I think he got it. But even then, he was a commander level in the Marines, so he can't be trash. He was working for Sengoku.
He can't.
He can't be trash. So like, you know what I'm saying? It's got to give him something. It got to give him something. It's got to give him something. It's better than Larry muting his attacks.
I'm gonna be real with you. Larry's speculation was more reasonable. you have him connected to Caesar, who we don't even know if Doflamingo had connection with 13 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? You talking right now.
He's dead. He's been dead for
Yeah,
decades.
but you gotta bring him back to life for the tourney. So it's the same thing. He got it. He got it.
Folks.
Sophie hated his brother. He wouldn't let him in the facility.
Oh man.
Yeah, right. I'm reaching, man. I'm trying to
that's a reach.
Them ID scans don't work.
But hey, I appreciate the take, Mike. I do. We'll go to my man Traverse. What up, Jay?
Yo.
What up?
So, you know, I just got done reading 𝗀𝐴 like the other day. You know, so Wiper is fresh in my mind. I can't think of a single attack that Corazon got to put him down. I don't even think Corazon got named attacks. This man, Wiper, took an 𝐓𝐻𝐿. He used the rejectile 3 times, which one time is supposed to kill you. Second time was supposed to kill him. Third time was supposed to kill him. And he kept getting back up. I don't think Corazon got that dog in him. I seen him nearly get taken out by X-Drake's dad. And I can't imagine Wiper going out that sorry. So I'm going to say low diff.
I appreciate the take, Jay. Does anybody want to refute anything they heard from Larry or
They
Mike?
didn't hear
Yeah, I
anything.
Yeah,
They didn't hear anything.
I do.
Saki,
I got
repeated
some
what you
stuff.
said.
Yo, but the
I
rest
got
of them
some
didn't.
stuff.
I got
They
one
were busy
rebuttal. I got one
arguing.
rebuttal. It's not really against Larry. It's kind of against Larry, but it's in terms of willpower, right? I don't think rats in the world of One Piece have willpower.
Oof.
Because I remember argument Larry brought up. He said Doflamingo, you know, he's actually a good brother, right? Like he said that, you know, certain people love in different ways, right? So when I read that he was ratted the whole time, I felt hurt, right? So I feel like he shouldn't be. I don't see Corazon having any willpower because he's a rat. You feel me? How you snitch on the guy that got you out the mud? You're eating trash together.
That's perspective.
Hold on, Zaki. And I hate that you got me caping for a snitch. I even put Corazon the snitch in here.
That's crazy, Seb. That's crazy.
I know. I can't believe myself, Shin. But Zaki, his will to make sure Doflamingo didn't become what he became is his willpower. Like his will, like that was the point. That was what his innate will was, to make sure that Dofi stopped, to make sure he did everything in his power to make sure that Doflamingo would be stopped over time. He failed, but like Wiper failed technically. So it's like, I'm not gonna take failing as like a knock in this life.
Did
He still
Wiper fail,
tried.
though?
I mean, and that was alive as hell to this day. You know what I'm saying? His
Nah,
goal was
nah,
to kill him.
because no, his goal was he told Ice, he said, throw away that bag of dirt. I'm gonna get you the whole island back.
If you're going.
That's now hold on.
If that's what y'all listen, if that's where y'all taking it, sure.
Now.
But yeah, it's goal was
But
to
that's
take
not
that
true.
I got
Wiper did kill him once. He
I just wanted to call him a snitch. The whole willpower thing.
I just wanted to call.
Say like technically, Wiper got the kill off, and like Enel just got a revive. You know.
All right, hold
like,
up. If you down somebody in Call of Duty and they get hit with the revive, you kill that man?
No,
I think you still get the kill for that, right?
Bro.
No, you don't get the kill.
You don't get that kill.
You don't get the kill for that.
You don't get the kill, though.
No, but technically, in medical terms, he died, right?
Medical terms.
Yo, Wiper slaps your semantics away, bro. He ain't that type of dude. He, in his mind, he failed.
No, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about in his mind.
He wouldn't have it any other way.
Wiper, yeah, true.
I got some questions.
Go ahead,
Larry, what makes you think that silencing a move will make it any weaker? I just want to know that.
Wait, Shin. Do you realize that somebody brought up the fact that Corazon has no named attacks? Don't you think that kind of helps Larry's argument though? Because if you're always silenced, why would you have any named attacks?
But the thing is, that doesn't go with his devil fruit. Just saying the name doesn't make it stronger. If someone has a named attack, they obviously have a different motion.
I'm willing to acknowledge that
that's like saying,
there's a level of logic.
Gum rifle no more. Why doesn't
I think the named attack thing makes sense.
Yeah, I'm willing to acknowledge that there's some level of logic. My only thing was saying that you can't do the attack. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't say that either.
I thought you said
strong.
that.
It's not as strong. That was his argument.
So y'all telling me. So y'all telling me.
You need to listen to me when I talk.
Okay, Larry.
I just want to know. I just want to know if Luffy throws a gum rifle, but doesn't say it right now. Is it weaker than pre-time skip gum rifle?
Yeah.
That's absolutely
no, that's not true. That's not true. It wouldn't. No, what I'm saying was it wouldn't be as powerful because he's not naming the attack. Usually, by somebody saying the attack move, they're instilling more of a focus on the attack itself. But if you're silencing it, then that means that usually that willpower that you would push into the attack is no longer there. So it wouldn't be
right. So even and to Larry's point, hold on, y'all. Even to Larry's point, if you ever see boxers training, some of them will grunt and say things as they're swinging and throwing punches to get more out of the punch. Like that, there is a semblance of reality to what Larry said. I just don't think it's gonna be like. I thought he was saying you can't do the attack anymore because you're silenced now. I misheard him.
Y'all so hard to rebuttal something that makes somewhat sense that y'all gotta come at me negatively and act like I'm saying something completely different.
But that
Larry, I get what you're telling us.
That's what I just said.
But I think my counter to this, right, is saying the name for the attack does show a different level of like effort being put into this. Silencing the person doesn't take the effort out of the attack they're trying to throw. Luffy throws a pistol and he's saying pistol. You silence him, he's still mouthing the word pistol and giving all his effort into the attack.
Yo, but if it's not said, it don't matter.
Yo, but Larry, the other part of this is like it's a rejectile.
Okay.
Like the mechanics of it.
So it works the same way as like an attack.
No, it doesn't. Because so hold on. Yeah, Luffy's punching with his own physical ability. A rejectile is a mechanism. I've already
reiterated like 5 times why what you're saying is a repetition of what I've just answered to 5 times. Like literally, it doesn't matter.
But it's different. Those are 2 different things.
You can still do the move of whatever move it may be, even if it's an object. But if you yell the move out, it usually makes that move more powerful. People use that as evidence as to say if he didn't say the move, then it didn't really come off as strong as a named move would be. And I'm saying,
I have a question. Larry.
If he's literally canceling out you saying the name, then that move is not going to be as powerful. That's
with a machine.
Yes,
like if Marco was punching,
anything,
had a name punch, and you said that, I'll be like, okay, cool.
Anything
with a machine. I'm literally just redirecting the thing that's inside this other thing.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
I think Larry, what I was saying was in response to that was like when the character doesn't name their attack, that just means they're not putting effort in at that moment. When they don't name an attack, it's usually like more like a chill scenario where they don't need to exert their full strength. So them saying the attack or them not saying the attack just means they're not trying. But if they're fighting, right, and like they're naming the attack but it gets silenced, they're still putting all that effort in, right? They're still trying their hardest. It's just the attack name isn't there anymore.
It would therefore not be as strong.
You're not
I
hearing
don't
them
get
say
it.
it. They're
You're not
still
hearing-
saying
Doesn't
you're
it
not
work like a
hearing it.
button?
I don't get it.
Larry,
Listen.
do you believe that? Do you believe that when the named attacks are stronger than non-named attacks? Are you one of those
Yes.
people?
Yes.
Oh, you believe that?
So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Whitebeard,
Yeah, okay.
so Whitebeard
Yeah.
wasn't like he didn't have any name attacks.
When like again, I brought this up again for the 5th time. When Sanji got swung on by Queen, everybody tried to say because Queen didn't name the attack, it wasn't as strong. That happened. And what
Larry, I
I'm
got a
saying is,
question after
if
you're done.
if Rosenante, if we're going by manga and anime expectations of what their reality determines in attacks, then I can speculate that can happen with Rosenante. That's it.
So I got a question. I got 2 questions.
Y'all making it
actually.
more complicated than it needs
I
to be.
got 2 questions.
I
You
think
saying
there's
all this stuff
purpose, yeah.
about a named attack and stuff, but like what I get what J-Verse was trying to say. I think it was J-Verse when he
Yeah.
said all that effort is still being put in.
Yes.
So you're telling me that like everybody on the planet needs, or everybody in that surrounding area needs to hear that attack in order for it to be that strong? Because if you talk and still put all that effort in, that effort is still there. Do you need the world outside of your perspective to hear what you're saying for that attack to be that strong? That's what you're saying.
I'm saying if you are silenced and you
But
cannot yell out the name and it's not heard to the reader or the digest, then that move doesn't come at full force as it usually would.
But it doesn't need to be heard by the reader if it's taking place in their world. You hear what I'm saying? Like, I
But
don't need to break the
if-
fourth
if-
wall for my attack to be this strong.
If you're silenced and cortisone puts it to the point where you can't hear yourself or the person hearing attack can't hear it either, then that's possible where it doesn't happen.
Okay, hold on, Shin. Larry, I'm gonna end it here. Hypothetically,
Yeah.
Corazon gets shot at
Mhm.
by a bullet. Random bullet gets shot at him.
Mhm.
Does him silencing the sound of the bullet make it like less? Like, is it slowing the bullet down?
Oh.
Yo, then why would it be able to take away the impact of a rejectile, Larry?
Because the
It's just a machine.
it's like I have to,
shooting something
like,
at you. It's
should
not.
I just record myself?
But Larry,
and just play
you're
it
not
over
you're
again?
not getting what
I get
I'm
what
saying.
I get what you're saying. You're saying an object itself is it able to decrease in velocity because
Right.
the sound is no longer there. I would say no, not because of the object itself, but I'm saying if the person they are shooting the bullet, it's just a regular shoot. It's just they're just shooting. But if a person was to be like, "Yo, this is dynamic bullet star," and then they shoot it like you
But
Usopp
Larry,
would,
this is
then
what
it
I'm
would
saying.
have more an effect.
You're not
on
getting
the
what
bullet
I'm
itself.
saying. You're not getting what
I
I'm saying.
do.
Yo, a dial isn't Wiper's energy.
Yo,
It's energy that's already stored
he
in
does
the
scream out-
dial, bro.
He does scream
bro,
out reject.
I just explained
But
that
it does not
But that
matter.
doesn't mean anything. He
Bro.
can do it like
bro,
what do you
if he
mean?
yells out reject, it would give that attack move more prominence to affect somebody else. Because I'm speculating that he's inserting his will by saying the name, which then makes the
Yeah.
attack stronger than it would be if it was just a regular dive.
So if
It's
I
my
got
point, bro. I don't know.
I
It's
feel like
hard to like
I
conceive.
know,
because I
That doesn't
accept the
make sense.
point with like
It doesn't make no
physical.
sense.
If somebody was doing something physically themselves.
Yes.
I can't accept it with machines, bro.
Yo,
It's a machine. Everything's a machine.
again, if a reject dial, it acts the same way. It has this. What I'm saying is, I'm actually hyping Wiper up. I'm saying that he used the reject dial with the 3 times plus of whatever it was, right? That effect was strong. He then said the attack name, which then made that reject dial a little bit stronger because he inserted his will by saying, I am literally calling out a named attack. I'm saying that it makes everything weaker because he's doing it. The reject dial is not getting weaker though.
So then he's still getting hit with whatever the original reject dial power was before
Exactly.
Wiper added.
Exactly.
I'm saying he's
Okay.
not taking that either.
Yo,
So I
Again,
have a good example.
he has
right?
to touch him.
I have a really good example. To use
Again,
here.
I brought up all these points prior. You just want to not accept it. And that's cool. You
So-
don't have to. But what I'm saying is not that complicated. It's very simple.
All right, my last point before I give this whole thing up. So Kuma, right? He has his beam attack, right? He doesn't say anything for that beam, but then Frankie has his Frankie radical beam, and he screams out, "Frankie radical beam." Are these two attacks any different in power?
It depends on the user themselves, right? So like this goes back to this goes back to like the pre-time skip Luffy, like at Fishman Island, and then there's Luffy now, right? Currently in the story. If both of them did what's the attack called? Red Rock? What's the attack?
Red Hawk.
Red Hawk. If they both did Red Hawk at this point in time, when both of them are both canceled out and Luffy can't speak, I would definitely say Luffy right now would have the stronger Red Hawk. Of course, that's just how it would work because he's stronger now physically. So him calling out the name wouldn't really matter, right? He's just going to be stronger then. Now, is Kuma stronger than Frankie overall without named attacks? I would say yeah. So I would say that Kuma's light beam would be stronger than Frankie's, even though Frankie yelled out the attack name. You see what I'm saying now?
No.
I don't know what else to tell you, bro. I made it as clear as day.
Bro, it doesn't make
We
so.
just gotta let it. We just gotta let it rest here.
You shoot the same gun. I can't.
It's alright, y'all. It's you gotta agree and disagree. It's
Hold
cool.
on. So this is the thing with armament, right? Like it's the same when we use it with a sword, right? We're instilling our willpower into the sword in order to make it stronger to a degree. When people yell out attacks, that probably happens as well, right? And it shows with bullets too, where we expect like Ben Beckon, he's going to have some sort of degree where he can shoot those hockey bullets the same way Kuja pirates do as well. And what I'm saying is when people yell out their attacks, it probably adds some sort of armament to the attack itself. So it would be great as a regular weapon, of course, but when somebody uses it and yells out the name, then it acts like an armament infused attack to a degree. That's what I'm saying, if you can understand it a little bit better. So like if he takes that away, then it's just a regular attack. Now the conversation comes to, can Rosenante just take that regular attack without the name being behind it? And the current person at that moment, how strong are they?
But if that was the case, if you just do a named attack pre-time skip on any Logan, it would have hit. That's what you're saying.
No.
Yeah, we just gotta let it.
There's difference between attacks that have willpower behind them, like Zoro versus Mr. One. Zoro wasn't cutting no Logias, you know what I'm talking about? There's like a halfway point there with willpower and attacks.
And I don't think Larry crossed that point with what he was saying just now.
I'm not saying anything ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like there's a possibility that this has happened. We're allowed to speculate. And y'all disagreeing because y'all don't mess with the idea. And also I named like this is one thing that I named out of like the 10 things I said about cortisone actually being up.
Yo, because this was the thing that could actually give him an advantage.
No,
in the fight.
this is the most abstract one that I did say. That's why.
You know what it
guys
is?
are
It's my
focused on
fault
it.
because when I explained to everybody what your argument was, that was the only thing I listed, and then they all went jump before I listed the
Yeah,
rest of it.
everything else is solidified too to a degree. So,
But all right,
I
y'all.
100% get what Larry is saying though.
like, I don't understand
Yo,
why it's so complicated.
I do too now. I still don't think
Like, I
it
get it, but,
wins
like-
him the fight. But
That's just
Man,
like
I was reaching.
time to put in the willpower. Then the willpower is there. That's just how I feel about it.
Y'all made your votes, bro. I made mine. Go ahead, bro.
all right, y'all.
Yeah, I think we
Yeah,
all made our votes already.
we gonna have to huh? Yeah, I think everybody voted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think I counted your versus vote, but whatever. But all right, y'all. We're gonna have to drop y'all and get another group in here. But stick around. We're gonna continue the mid tier.
Peace.
Yeah, that was interesting. It was. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, because it's me, bro. Thank you, Strahd, for helping out too, by the way.
Seriously. Oh, we did get a 3-month membership
No
to
problem.
𝐲𝐿𝐭 tier from Shandi Wandi. It says, "Hey boys, lots of love. Keep up the grind. Show gets better week by week. Hashtag Buggy.
Oh, he became
gang."
a Yonko. That's
Yeah,
like our
man.
biggest membership. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Shandi. Hope you're really liking the content, man. But all right, how's it going, y'all? Valencia, I hope we can hear you this time. But welcome to the DDT. You know the vibes. Who you got? What diff and why? And we'll start with JT.
Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. How's it going, man?
What's going on, Merle? What's going on? So it's still core zone versus
Yeah.
Wiper, right?
Yeah.
What's the I? So Can I actually go last? Can I go last?
Sure thing. All right.
Thank
We'll go agent. Agent, can you hear me? You're muted. If you're losing everybody. 𝗵𝗲𝘁𝘁𝗲𝗿. I feel like nobody's talking today.
I'm just gonna drag some other people up.
Yeah, get everybody who
if
hasn't
no one's
gone
talking,
left.
I'll go first.
Yeah, get everybody who hasn't gone yet. Just drop them in here, Strahd, because
That's the rest of them.
this will be the last round for this one, and then we'll go to the next.
Gotcha.
All right. We'll go to Oz. What's up, Oz? Just L's all over it today. It's crazy. Yeah, Strahd, drop Oz and then bring him back. Party.
Yo.
All right, what's up, man?
What's up?
We're still debating 𝐭RZONE versus 𝐬𝐻𝐻. Who you got? What diff? And why? Yeah, I mean, it takes a while. Everybody go give their takes, and Larry be spazzing. So.
Well, I'll keep it short. I'm gonna go 𝐬𝐻𝐻 because I don't think 𝐭RZONE can really fight. To be honest with you, I don't think that's what he specializes in. I don't think he's particularly good at it. And 𝐬𝐻𝐻 got durability out of this world with somebody with no hockey and no nothing except a bunch of tools. I think he's got him. He's got high mobility. I think he's got him. I think it's pretty. We'll call it high diff because 𝐭RZONE got a devil fruit, so I'm sure he'll make something shake.
Okay. Party, I want you to know, for all the votes that went to 𝐬𝐻𝐻, you were the only one to give it high diff.
Because look, 𝐬𝐻𝐻 ain't all that strong in the grand scheme of things. It's just 𝐭RZONE. I don't think he can fight. If there's anybody else with a devil fruit that can fight, I think 𝐬𝐻𝐻 can lose. But I don't think 𝐭RZONE can fight all that well. So yeah.
Appreciate the take, man. We'll go to Wandon.
Yeah, what's up?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Not bad. About you?
I'm good. Nice little Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Streaming.
Tired. Real quick. I'm guessing we're not putting this battle on any 𝗓𝐵 and Clouds.
No, they're in even terrain. It's just, you know.
Is 𝐬𝐻𝐻 being on like regular Earth like hinder his movement like he would in the Clouds? It doesn't, right? Not that I think it matters.
If you want to, yeah. I mean, that again, all fair and reasonable speculation is allowed. If you think 𝐬𝐻𝐻 being on regular ground is going to be a hindrance for him, that works because they are on a neutral site. So I guess I was gonna say no, but I'm with it. It don't matter to me. He down. So.
I know 𝐭RZONE got hockey, but I don't think he know the 6 powers. So I think we might have to give this one to 𝐬𝐻𝐻. I think he just has like not a lot, but more endurance, maybe more speed. So yeah, I'll give it a high diff.
All right. Appreciate the take, Wandon. 𝗵𝗲𝘁𝘁𝗲𝗿, are you still there? Can we? I don't know if we can. We couldn't hear you before. Yeah, I don't know if 𝗵𝗲𝘁𝘁𝗲𝗿 is gonna participate in DDT today.
Oz messaged me. I got him back in.
All right. We'll skip 𝗵𝗲𝘁𝘁𝗻 and go to Oz.
Oh snap! Okay. We'll do it like that again.
Listen, man. You gotta be ready to go.
I was, man. Out of nowhere, I just started lagging, bro. I was like, what the hell?
Are you good? You good? All right, Oz, you know the vibes. Who you got? What diff and why? It's still 𝐭RZONE versus 𝐬𝐻𝐻.
I got 𝐬𝐻𝐻 because even if he can't name any named attacks, he's still winning. I don't know what Larry was on, bro. But I need that. Let me get that contact real quick, Larry. I mean, like even if he does have his silence or whatever, if I'm not mistaken, 𝐬𝐻𝐻's I don't know what the cloud skates, whatever they're called, aren't they made out of sea stone? So his devil fruit don't even matter anymore.
If he lands it, or makes contact with him, but yeah.
Well, I mean, we've seen how fast he is, man. Like he even dodged a couple of Vanel's attacks. You know what I'm saying? So like he's fast enough at least, and like also 𝐭RZONE was like even before like the whole. Actually, no, let me not say that because that doesn't really mean anything. But But yeah, no, I got Wiper, bro. I got Wiper, and I got him. I'll be nice. I'll say high diff, but yeah, it's not.
All right. Appreciate the take,
That's
Oz. We'll go to JT.
All right, I'm ready now. So, first of all, I'm gonna say Larry must have taken a perk 30 before coming to this.
Perk 30.
You know, so did I, because I got Rosenante.
There you go.
You know, you gotta defend the boy, and I can actually give pretty strong reasoning. First of all, Wiper, we saw that man in Skypiea, and he was about relative to base Luffy, no gears. Okay, I'm not really gonna scale that with a no. He didn't really. I want to say he didn't do anything to a no, but he did hit him with the reject dial. But like, you know, he had to restart his heart, whatever. But that reject dial was like a suicide mission, basically. So I don't really count that. Really, anybody could do that. You know, it's a cool durability feat to be able to, you know, actually use a reject dial. But still, regardless, 𝐬𝐿 was the second hand or the right hand to 𝗏𝗏𝗏, and whether or not, you know, you could say, you know, that's his brother or whatever. I don't even think that 𝗏𝗏𝗏 really, you know, rocks like that, you know, because Rosenante pulled up and he was like, yeah, you know, you're above Virgo. And, you know, regardless of whether his position, because he was in that second-hand position, he was put into some missions that he's probably seen, you know, a lot. And not only that, he was also, you know, in the world government or the Marines undercover. So, but then some actual feats of him, we don't really have a lot other than narrative, except for when he was tanking attacks near the end, when he was getting jumped by his own crew. He was dodging attacks from Diamante and Gladius. And yeah, they aren't the strongest dudes, but we got to take into consideration this is like post time skip. Like they're way above Wiper's level in my opinion. You know, I think that they're all faster than a base Luffy at that time, and so yeah, I'm gonna have to say 𝐬𝐿𝐴. Wiper does have a lot of destructive ability, but I think that 𝐬𝐿𝐴 can outspeed him and eventually get the dub. So I'm gonna say extreme diff.
All right. Appreciate the take, JT. 𝗏𝗵𝐿, were you ever able to get off mute? Don't look like it. Right. I'll give my take. It's not too crazy. Y'all probably figured it out based off anything you heard from me already. I got Wiper, and y'all should have known that from the jump. I was never voting for 𝐬𝐿𝐴. I don't care if I got a heart on my chest or not. That boy snitched on the gang. I don't care. He the feds. He's my least favorite character in the series, bro. Dopey did everything for that boy, and he was snitching. I'm joking.
Bro, if you out here murdering people, I'm snitching on you, bro. Regardless, bro. I don't care, bro.
Nah, bro. I don't believe that.
So you told me that if Larry was murdering innocent children, you wouldn't snitch, bro?
Nope.
Innocent what?
Innocent children, bro. You would
like
not
kids,
snitch.
bro. What we talking about, man? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro? Get them kids out of here. It's my brother, okay? Yes, yo, listen. Ace could have killed 6 kids. Luffy was still freeing him, bro. Free the guys. All right, it is what it is. It is what it is. But trolling aside, I do think Wiper takes this matchup. I think he has been portrayed as just a stronger fighter than 𝐬𝐿𝐴. I do think there was a lot of 𝐬𝐿𝐴 disrespect by some of the people in this Discord today. So I do want to cape from a little bit. He was taken in and raised by Sengoku and entrusted to track 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏's crew. And he doesn't have any crazy great feats, but you can speculate that he's a capable enough fighter. He got his ass whipped by Virgo and was still, you know, able to get some stuff done. His ability makes him a little tricky. I don't necessarily subscribe to the silencing of the moves allows you to take away some attack power. But even if you did, I just don't think it would be as effective in this specific matchup where Wiper's using, you know, bazookas and dials and things that Larry was saying. Which, again, that's the kind of speculation I will allow in these mid-tier tournaments because we don't know a lot about these guys, but that was a little extreme. At least I don't think it would be as effective as Larry was making it seem anyway. In regards to his status as the heart seat, he did not take, you know, he was not like ranked higher than Virgo. Virgo vacated the seat when he went on to do his undercover mission for 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. And then 𝐬𝐿𝐴 was given the seat after it was vacated. He was not above Virgo at any point in his time with the Dofi gang. And just overall, people pointed out he's very clumsy. 𝐬𝐻 is an actual combative fighter. Corazon is kind of like a sneak around, make sure I get stuff done on the side, and then I'm not really that great at that either because I'm clumsy kind of dude. So I got 𝐬𝐻. I just think anything that Corazon throws at him, he'd be able to take. And I don't think that Corazon could take multiple rejectiles, multiple bazookas to the face. I know he's been durable. He's been shown to take some damage. But I'm going to have to go back and look to see if Strahd was correct about the Virgo pulling punches. I could see that. I just don't know if it's factual. I'll have to fact check it. But even then, like, in these fights, you got to be able to put out enough to put somebody down. And I don't know what he's got that's putting 𝐬𝐻 down after he took 100 million volts multiple times, multiple rejectiles, multiple shots, fighting Luffy, like he fought too many people that I have respect for their capabilities and had a decent showing against those people, even if it was pre-time skip. Then Corazon just did, you know. And in a show where bullets don't kill anybody, they killed Corazon. So
also real quick, wasn't it stated that on Skypiea the air is a lot thinner? So if he comes down to fight Corazon, wouldn't that make him even faster and stronger because he's taking in more oxygen? Or am I tripping?
I mean, you could argue it either way, I guess. I mean, I tried to make it neutral ground in the beginning here, so like I wasn't gonna argue the air thing for people. But like, saying. I don't know. Either way, I got 𝐬𝐻 high diff. I do think.
Don't be disrespecting my boy Corazon dying to bullets. I don't.
Oh, I'm gonna disrespect him. He is snitch. I'm gonna disrespect him. I'm gonna disrespect him every time. Okay.
If you die to bullets in One Piece, you are mid.
I mean, this is the mid-tier party. That's what we do here.
This is the right place. I think it's fair.
It's fair. But with that, we have a winner. It's gonna be 𝐬𝐻. He won 12-4. I think it might have been 13-4 actually. Does anybody want to rebuke anything I said before we move on? I'm gonna keep you guys around for the start of the next one because y'all had to wait for so long.
All right.
Cool.
I'll be right back though.
Good thing. Feel free to discuss whatever I have to set up the next battle over here. Larry, you can get yours off if you want, bro.
I was scrolling past this video earlier, y'all, and it said Zoro is stronger than base Luffy. Something.
Yeah. Wait. Sorry. Clarify what you mean by that.
Just base Luffy. I guess he has Rio, Conqueror's Infusion, but no gear 4, nothing like that. I guess base Luffy that was fighting Kaido beginning the rooftop.
Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about strong because like he's still fast. Like he still got Rio. Like he still got Rio. Like observation and all that. I don't know about that. I'm a huge Zoro fan, but I don't.
Hey, Party P, you still didn't win me over, bro. I still think Ben Beckman claps Magellan.
You can feel that way. I just need you to accept that you have no, you have no concrete evidence to suggest any possible way Ben Beckman can actually beat Magellan. You just think he will. Like
Magellan,
there's no actual reason.
Bro, Ben Beckman's gonna one-shot that man.
Right, but that's what people say when they don't have an actual reason to support the argument. Because there's no reason he would beat him. It's just you think that because they said Ben Beckman's strong and he pointed a gun at Kizaru twice. You know. Any comments?
I got Ben Beckman in the fight.
But you all you guys have Ben Beckman, but there's no concrete reason.
It's literally just his connection to Shanks and his status in the world.
It's just Party P. With your mindset right now, Dragon loses to Bellamy.
That's not true because
that is true. Because give me concrete evidence.
No.
We can't do this. We
gotta go to the next battle.
Can we keep going with the matchups?
I'm done setting the matchup up. I did want to read this super chat that we got from Evan S. $10. It says tuned in late, but I just have to catch up when I listen to this at work tomorrow. I've been listening to everything on Spotify and it gets me through work. Keep making these They goaded. Thank you so much, Evan
Thank
S.
you, bro.
Evan also donated gifted subscription or gifted membership. So we really appreciate that. I don't remember, can't remember who it was exactly who you gifted it to, but really hope you guys appreciate that. Definitely enjoy the emojis that come with the subscription. And we got another super chat from Evan S. So I hope he was able to hear me just now. If he's working, it says, Larry looks so focused on that sandwich and it's got me dying. It's not a
Just so
sandwich.
you know, Seb, it was peanut butter and wafers.
Peanut butter and wafers. Enjoy the emotes and the membership. Thank you, Strahd.
Welcome, Evan.
All right. All right, guys. We got to move on to the next matchup. Also, shout out to Par. He in the chat. What's going on, man? Chestnut, I think I saw in the chat as well, too, man. What's up, Chestnut? Chestnut was going off on you, bro. It's going off on you.
No surprise there.
No surprise.
They be clashing all
On me?
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what's new, bro?
Chestnut said that what's his name was pre-time skip level.
Who, Corazon?
Yeah, Corazon.
But Chestnut don't know what you're talking about, bro.
He also thinks that Blackbeard would beat Roger right now, so.
Yo, we can't do this either, right there.
Can we put her in Toxicity? I love it.
I don't know if she's in the den or not, but if
y'all
she...
can switch me out for her. I just want to hear the toxicity, bro.
No, I'm good, bro.
No, bro, bring her in, bro. I wanna hear that.
Listen, I'm down to get Chestnut in here. I don't know if she can talk or not right now, but
She go where she at, bro.
I want the Tanuki smoke.
right, y'all. We got a new matchup. It's Onigumo, the Vice Admiral, versus Inazuma, the Revolutionary. Who you got? What diff? And why? And we'll start with Strahd, because Strahd's on camera. Not Strahd, Oz, because Oz is on camera.
Bro, this is a right. This is a hard one, bro, because like we don't really know much about any of these two, and like Onigumo, we do know that he's a Vice Admiral, right? He's a Vice Admiral, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
So at least we know that he has some form of observation and hockey, and if I'm not mistaken, they're also supposed to be masters of the Rukushiki that we talked about last time.
Whoa! I just have a little bit of pushback on that, just real quick before you even give your take. I don't think he has.
Go ahead.
Because he was. So do you remember like who he even was?
He was the guy that put the handcuffs on what's his face, Marco.
He was the guy at Water 7, right? That like stopped the train.
No,
that was T-Bone,
That
bro.
was T-Bone.
That was
T-Bone.
My fault.
T-Bone, bro.
Yeah, they look very similar.
They do. I should have put T-Bone in this, man.
Doesn't he have like six extra arms?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now that is a devil fruit, if I'm not mistaken, right? It has to be, right?
I don't think it's ever been confirmed, but I think it's safe enough. It's fair and reasonable to speculate.
Yeah.
That it's a devil fruit.
Now I know Inazuma also. That's a devil fruit too. The cut fruit, whatever the hell it is. The problem is I don't know much about Inazuma, bro, to really like say that that I don't know, what does he identify as, a girl or a boy? I'm not trying to get canceled right now.
You can say they.
They. Okay, they. I have not seen that much from they, so
them.
I'm gonna have to go Onigumo just based on the limited information I have from these two. And like I feel like Onigumo also had a better showing during Marineford, which is the only two places we've actually seen. Wait, have we seen anything else?
He fought Magellan for a time.
He
also was at Marineford, cutting up a little bit, cutting up some ground.
He just cut up he was just hiding in the hair the whole time, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna go Onigumo, bro, because there isn't really any feats for me to say Inazuma. Like now, if y'all don't mind, I might head to the wiki real quick and maybe change my my answer afterwards. But for now, I got Onigumo and I got him like mid to high diff, bro.
Do what you gotta do, man. But I appreciate the take, Oz. We'll go to Wandon.
Oh, man. So I'm doing some heavy speculation. I think I'm gonna go with Inazuma, just because I feel like they were. I would speculate that the revolutionaries have like a structure system similar to the Marines, and that when you get like a certain level, you need to learn you need to have hockey. And I'm also gonna speculate that Inazuma is from that island. I don't remember what it's called, but where all the where Ivan-chan is the leader of.
Yeah, the Kamabaka Kingdom.
Yeah, I'm gonna speculate that he's from there also, and they taught Sanji, skywalk and hockey. So I'm gonna assume he has that too, or they have that too. So based off that, and he has a pretty broken devil fruit. I can imagine that with hockey. I'm gonna give it to Inazuma. High diff.
Just a little bit of pushback, real quick. I don't think they taught him skywalking. I think that was his own will wanting to get away. Right?
Yeah, I don't think that's a standard
100%
practice in Kamabaka. I think he was just
he basically just wanted to escape so bad that he learned how to do stuff like that. So I wouldn't say that they taught. I don't think any of them can skywalk.
Yeah, I will acknowledge that you can probably speculate that like he can use Okama Kempo or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that's reasonable. You know,
but they did teach him hockey though, right? Or did
actually it's not denoted that he has hockey?
Yeah,
he's talking about Sanji, I believe, right?
Yeah, Sanji. Yeah,
he's talking about Sanji.
Was it never
confirmed? It's never been confirmed, but like he somehow knew what Conqueror's hockey was when he saw it from Luffy. So like on some level, yes, it's again fair and reasonable to say that Sanji was taught hockey versus just developing it on his own. So,
well, I'll put it to extreme diff.
All right, this is gonna be an interesting one. There's a lot of just you're gonna have to headcanon for some of this one. But I appreciate the take, Juan. We'll go to JT.
Yeah. So I really don't know anything about either of these characters, but from what I learned in the past minute was that from the panels that I looked at, what's Onigama?
Onigumo.
Onigumo, no offense said, but he did hold back your boy Marco for a little bit, which is a feat because Marco extremely strong.
Yoked him up. Yoked him right up.
Holding up like locking up. Larry, I'm laughing at. Oh,
he's laughing because you're calling Marco extremely strong.
Marco is a considerably fast character as well. So being able to stop Marco is a feat. Inazuma, he isn't confirmed hockey. And he uses like those little his devil fruit. I feel like would be kind of useless in this fight. He used it for utility.
He cut off them spider arms. That's useful.
Spider arm. All right. I don't really know. I don't know. I don't know what Seb's on right now, but I mean,
he got scissors. He cut him.
Onigumo, whatever his name is. I got him mid diff. I think I already put Ivankov at around Vice Admiral level, and Inazuma is, a loyalist below Ivankov. So I don't really think that there's a strong argument that you can give for Inazuma to do really any damage at all to Oniguma, whatever. So yeah, Oniguma mid diff.
And real quick, confirmed, Inazuma isn't confirmed to have any kind of hockey. So yeah, Onigumo.
Mm-hmm. All right, appreciate that, Oz, and I appreciate the take, JT. We'll go to Party.
I think y'all really overestimating the spider monkey dude. I'm gonna be honest, because he might be kind of fast and that's cool, but Seb kind of made a good point. What if he chopped the arms off, bro? He's just a regular vice admiral with 2 arms. He might get beat up. I don't have any real vested interest in either of these characters, to be honest. But I think we are giving far too much credit to a vice admiral who's had, one moment of relative greatness one time, So, that's not even the best vice admiral feat we see. At least Momoka cut a Sea King in half. That at least shows some power. He caught Marco, so it's but he got 8 arms.
I have a little pushback, Party. Party, I have one little bit of pushback. What have we seen Inazuma do at all?
She helped escape Impel down. She was blocking Magellan's poison.
That was straight utility, though.
Yeah, but utility is important. What if she wrap up Spider Monkey dude in a big stone tower he got to keep climbing up
He'll slash it with his hockey swords, bro. What are we talking about?
Hockey swords? What is this? He General Grievous now? We just giving him all this extra stuff. Like what? He can just cut
He's
through
a vice
anything with his-
admiral.
No,
He's a vice
no.
admiral, though. They're
What does
supposed
that
to have
mean?
hockey.
Vice admirals get beat up all the time in One Piece.
And party,
Like what?
party saying that Inazuma can just cut off his arms, bro. That just makes no sense, bro. You can say that for
Why?
every single character.
No, Will,
That's
stop,
like
stop,
saying
stop,
Brook
stop.
can
Why
beat
does
Zoro. He's
that
gonna
make-
cut off his
no,
arms. Nah.
Stop. Why does that make no sense? His devil fruit is giant scissors that cut through things that we've already seen that are probably tougher than that dude's monkey arms. You know?
Do you think he's gonna let that slide though? Absolutely
Who
not.
cares if he lets it slide if he cut his arms off?
No, but I mean, I'm saying it's kind of a useless argument. Like he can just cut his arms off. It ain't gonna be just like just a snip type thing. Like it ain't gonna be slight like that.
What is this amazing sword skill that you've seen from Spider Monkey do that makes you think he can't get his arms to chop a couple?
He's a vice admiral. He was
Not just that. He was fast
Yes,
enough to
no,
catch
no,
Marco. He was fast enough to catch
mean
Marco.
that don't mean nothing.
Larry, shut up.
Yeah, listen. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, y'all. The Marco thing. That wasn't a major feat. Marco was not in Phoenix form, and he was distracted, stumbling after getting sniped. Like it's not the same.
The best feat y'all have brought up about this dude was that he put handcuffs on a dude that wasn't even going all out. And before
I don't know about that.
Don't even no. And before you got him confused with Captain T-Bone. Talking about Captain T-Bone. That's who you thought he was.
Hey, free my man T-Bone, bro.
Free him. He's free. It's just nobody came to pick him up because he's irrelevant.
He got put in the pack
T-Bone is
early,
free.
bro. Don't be underestimating my boy
Your
T-Bone.
party got me dying over here.
And Onigumo is also probably trash. All we've ever seen him do is he didn't even get both handcuffs on. Isn't that crazy? He got 8 arms, got 1 handcuff on him. So can we just dial back the Onigumo gas for a second?
I mean,
Yeah, hold on, party. Hold on. Some minor pushback on that. It was funny as hell. But you don't think he gotta be a little careful around Cease? He got a devil fruit, bro. You gotta be a little careful with it. You know what I'm saying? It's a little grace there. There's a little
I'm just
finesse.
saying let's not go overboard talking about the dude with the scissor hands got no chance because he's a vice admiral when he ain't done nothing. We've seen a couple vice admirals kind of do something.
I can tell Party's still mad about this Magellan fight.
I'm not even mad. No. I'm not even mad about the Magellan thing. So, but as far as and for one, all the vice admirals that we've seen do things, notice how none of them were an option to become admirals, right? Because they don't do that much.
Garp.
Come on, man.
Oh, come on,
Garp
bro.
the
Don't
They
give
gave
him
us
the
a
Garp
specific
exception.
Garp the exception to the rule.
Like that,
They gave us a
JD.
specific
All I'm
reason
saying
as to
is
why
T-Bone
Garp's
should have
not
become an
that.
admiral.
Hold on, and Garp's not even a solid answer because he was actively chosen to be an admiral before, and he said
Right.
no.
He said
It's not
no.
the same.
It's not like they didn't ask Onigumo and he was like, oh no, I'm sorry. No one even considered him or Momomo or any of the vice admirals that we've seen do anything. So like when you're talking about these dudes, they're not even that good as far as vice admirals go. They haven't done anything. The Magellan thing's different. Magellan's feats.
Who you picking, bro?
The scissors guy. I did.
Making sure.
Okay, but what has the scissors guy done?
What has Onigumo done?
He fought
the scissors guy, at least in terms of utility, helped escape one of the most difficult prisons to escape. Only done by 1 or 2 people before him, one of which was 𝐷𝐿𝐴, a rock spy member. The other one's a revolutionary like 𝐬𝐿𝐴. And he helped make that third escape and was a critical part of it, was a crucial part of it. So he at least has utility in terms of using his environment to his advantage. And he shows that his scissor hands are strong enough to cut through things that are reasonably assumed to be stronger than Onigumo's arms. So he at least has those feats. The only feat that you can come up with for Onigumo is having 8 arms and putting 1 handcuff on a guy that wasn't even trying to fly away.
I mean, but like,
I mean what? He wasn't even in his Phoenix form.
I mean
what?
I mean, Marco's that dude. Like Marco, relativistic speed. He stopped him.
He couldn't even get both the handcuffs on. And that's nothing. Garp punched him in the face,
I love
right?
Marco getting downplayed so much that even doing anything to him.
No,
Nah,
we
nah,
just need a
nah,
Marco.
nah,
We
nah,
just
nah,
need a
nah.
Marco downplay.
Nah,
Didn't
nah,
Garp
buddy,
punch
nah,
Marco
nah.
in the face before Onigumo got the handcuffs on him? Didn't he have to
If
get
you
the
have the
assist from?
speed, if you have the speed and stealth to handcuff Marco, that's impressive. Whether you would have
What are you talking
disrespect
about?
Marco
Speed
or
and
not.
stealth. He got punched in the face by Garp.
Did
And you talking about if you call it being such a non-factor that Marco didn't consider that he was there stealth, then that can
I'm
maybe
gonna
be
pull a
stealth.
Javerse.
But he
I'm
was
gonna
just
pull a
so
Javerse and
irrelevant.
say Oda is me. I'm Oda. So
All
you
right,
know.
y'all. We're gonna have to get another group in here, but I appreciate all the takes. Balenci, one last shot for you, man. No. All right. But yeah, I appreciate the takes, y'all. Stick around. We'll get you guys in for the next matchup.
Bet.
All right, that was some funny stuff, man. Come on. Oh man. Hey, Toby's in here. What up, Toby? We're out here. All right, this should be a good group, man. How's it going, gentlemen?
How are you?
I am good. I am good. I don't know if you guys heard, but we are debating a new matchup. It is going to be Onigumo versus Inazuma. So, who you got? What diff and why? And we'll start with Toby because I haven't heard him yet today.
Oh, let's go.
What up, bro? How was track practice?
Oh, it was great. It was great.
Glad to
Working
hear it, man.
very hard. You know what I'm saying? I just got off.
Huh?
It's the vice admiral with the swords, right?
Yeah, the like 6-arm sword dude.
Okay, and it's versus the dude from the Revolutionary Army.
Yeah, with the wine.
orange hair.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't remember much about the octopus dude. I'm not gonna lie.
I think it's a spider, but
I think it's a spider. I don't think
Yeah.
anyone said his name correctly yet until Japan.
Yo, my fault.
We heard spider monkey.
Oh, I don't remember much about the spider, man.
They haven't done much. I'll be honest. These two dudes haven't done much on screen. It's gonna be a lot of headcanon, a lot of speculation, a lot of just where you rank these people in your mind.
I bet. So I'm gonna go with the dual orange hair because I hate spiders a lot. I hate spiders. Oh, God.
Yeah, that's the best reason.
That's so real.
Yeah.
Man.
Yo. Oh
stand
man.
Not stand spiders. Like, yo, if you got like how many arms they got? 8?
Yeah, how many arms are spiders? 6, right? I think
They
it's
got
6.
8, bro.
Spiders have 8 arms?
Yeah,
It's 8, yeah.
so
That's
you
what
got
makes them an arachnid. Anything less to make them an insect.
You would know that, Jay.
How don't
Yeah.
you know that? The fuck?
I was paying
like,
attention in
basic
class.
facts.
Spider Day, bro. I don't care, bro.
We get it. You're in college. It's cool.
Yo, I'm saying.
No, it's 8. It's spiders.
Yo, spell arachnid right now, bro.
Spiders
Alright,
are
man.
known for having 8 legs.
Okay.
That's the
Don't do
reason.
that to me.
They're like one of the most popular animals on the planet.
Not to Toby.
I hate spiders. I wish they was extinct. I wish they never existed. Not lying. Spider-Man is cool though. I like
Spider-Man is
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. You can't
Spider-Man
have both worlds. You
is
can't-
cool.
No, you can't have both. I'm sorry.
That's my favorite hero.
No, we can't. We gotta
No,
get
you
spiders
can't.
out of here.
You can hate spiders and like Spider-Man, bro.
They can't be
I don't know,
extinct and
man.
have them. Like one can't exist without the other.
What you
gotta-
mean?
gotta have-
You
gotta have
no.
bad and Good.
We gotta move on. But you can just have enough knowledge of spiders to create a spider-esque superhero, and then they can go extinct.
Okay, so 10%. then.
It sounds racist because you ain't even know how many legs they got. You
Oh,
just like, I just don't like them.
I said 8.
I dislike spiders.
I said 8.
I didn't say I dislike spiders. I'm indifferent. I just don't care. There's a difference.
Oh.
But you got
Racist
Inazuma. Your reasonings
you
were
could be racist.
because you don't like
Wait, wait.
spiders.
Yeah. If you could be racist to a spider, I'll accept that, bro. That's just not it. Can't.
Yeah, what? Yo, who kills spiders? Like, what are their natural enemy in nature?
Other spiders.
Yeah.
What?
Other spiders.
So they racist against
What?
themselves, bro. What are you talking about?
Spider on spider crime, man.
That's terrible. That's terrible. I appreciate the take, Toby. Even though you always eating something or drinking something, man. Every time. All right, yo. We'll go to Noel because I don't think he was on for the earlier part of the stream. Noel, you there? Damn.
Oh wait, hold on.
I was trying to wake
Hey,
him up.
How do you feel after practice, bro? It's mandatory.
You good, Noel? Or I think he's asleep.
Yeah, he might be.
No, I
sleeping.
moved him down and up, and he didn't wake up, so I think he's actually muted.
All right. Okay. All right. We'll go to Ragnar.
I'm not gonna lie. I said this in the comments, and I've been saying this in chat. I don't know who to pick. I've been thinking about it. I don't know who to pick. So I'm just gonna say any, mini, miny, mo, and just go with that one.
Flip a coin, bro. I don't know.
Basically, that's what's gonna happen. I'm not even joking. That's what's gonna happen. Heads, it's Onigumo. Tails, it's the other. I got heads. It's Onigumo, and it's gonna be high diff. There it is.
The coin told him the diff too.
Yo, the coin somehow had the diff on there. Somehow. All right, we'll go to Traverse. Thank you. I appreciate the take, Ragnar. This is the worst matchup we've had, bro. There's no analysis.
All right. So, I'm gonna go with Inazuma because Inazuma is affiliated with 𝐸𝐭, and 𝐸𝐭 is affiliated with Sanji. So everything kind of wraps back around to Sanji eventually. But in all
One of the
honesty,
worst takes we've had, bro.
I got Inazuma just because I think personally I got 𝐸𝐭 at least second commander level. You can put him down to third commander level. It doesn't really matter. But Inazuma's his right hand man or her right hand. I don't know. Inazuma be flip flopping. But either way, I feel like Inazuma is close enough to 𝐸𝐭 that they should be able to beat a vice admiral. The only feat I know for bro, I think Larry probably brought this up already, is he handcuffed Marco that one time when he was off guard. But yeah, he don't impress me.
Mm-hmm. All right. I appreciate the take, Jay, and I'm glad you gave some relative analysis versus your counterparts here. Something. I hate spiders and coin flips and mute is what we got out of this group so far. Okay, but I appreciate the take. Infamous.
Okay, so I'm just, to add some more fluff to this argument, to keep it interesting, I'm going to say that I'm going to go with Onigumo that's going to win this, because even though if he did sneak Marco, because the vice admirals use Zoro and are fast in that way, he has to be, fast enough to keep up with Marco. So I would say, let's say in a hypothetical scenario where Marco's not caught off guard, I would say still a vice admiral would probably be able to catch up to him, even though if Marco is, I think we can mostly agree that Marco is stronger than every vice admiral sans Garp, except Garp. Inazuma. Now, for that argument about him and her because he switches genders, being being Ivankov's right hand man, that doesn't really mean much to me because I know there is the thought that what's his name, that Ivankov is second commander level, but I disagree because coming out of the time skip, Sanji, you would have to assume, would probably be stronger than Ivankov. Maybe. I don't know, depending on how I see it. I don't think that Sanji is weaker than Ivankov coming into the time skip. That means that he can't be second commander level. If anybody has any arguments, go ahead. But
I don't know if I would say Sanji's stronger than Ivankov coming.
Yeah, that's my one thing.
From the
I
time
feel like
skip.
Really.
So I feel like Zoro and Sanji,
Zoro and Luffy weren't stronger than Mihawk and Rayleigh when they left.
They didn't surpass their.
Yeah, I know, but it's Mihawk and Rayleigh. Those are two different.
Ivankov.
And this is what's called the person who founded the Revolutionary Army. A level 6 criminal.
True.
They I can't remember position. Is he Grand Line? Is he
I
like the Grand Line
believe
commander or the New Lord?
he
New
was
World
Grand
commander?
Line. I think 𝗂𝐻𝑢 was the New World, and then everybody else was
Oh,
East,
New
West,
World.
North, and was Ivankov New World? No, because he wasn't in the New World, right?
Where is Kamabaka King? Nah,
It's in the Grand
Kamabaka
Line.
Kingdom
There's
has to be
no, they
Grand
didn't
It's
Line.
in the
send any of
Grand
the Straw
Line.
Hats into the New World until after the time
Yeah,
skip.
I feel like
Okay.
I guess they got founding clout, so I feel like that's enough.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, I'll just end it real quickly, but I would say Onigumo mid diff because it's the battle of mid. That's it.
All right. Noel, did you ever get off mute? I don't think so. All right. Strahd, I saw you jump on camera. You can feel free to give your take now if you want before we go to another group.
Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Inazuma as well. Onigumo's got a couple factors going for him. I'm gonna say it's mid diff too, for Inazuma. Onigumo is a commander of like a Buster Call ship, so you could argue he could use that out of his arsenal. Like he'd use his personal ship that's Buster Call grade. We know he can use hockey because all vice captains can. We just don't know which one. I know he's at Sea Prism Stone, but that was a unawares Marco pretty much, or not unawares, but he just wasn't on guard. He didn't even have any flames on. But for Inazuma, his Devil Fruit literally cuts through any solid material. And on top of that, it's very specific, any solid material. And on top of that, he can treat it just like paper. So whatever he chooses to cut, he can fold it just like origami and make it into whatever he wants, as intricate as he wants. We saw this in Impel Down, where he literally walked around like he was Magellan's land shark or loan owner or whatever. Like he had the keys, he cut the staircases off, he refolded them. He could turn anything he cuts into a natural defense. And even level 6 prisoners were like complimenting his fighting skills in Impel Down. So I mean, yeah, I'm gonna give it to Inazuma mid div.
Okay. Quick two things. Was what's his name? The Vice Admiral. Was he the one who was like watching over Rob Lucci versus Luffy?
Yes. And he actually fired at him and said he was like, Lucci be all right.
So yeah, I was gonna say I feel like the way he was gassing up Lucci kind of made it seem that Lucci was over himself.
I didn't get that feeling
his
personally, but if you did, cool.
I feel like that's one slight thing. He was there at India's lobby, ain't do much. And then another thing, going back to Ivankov, the way the crew is broken down, or the Revolutionary Army, Ivankov is the Grand Line Army, Karasu is north, Belobedi is east, Morley is west, and Lindbergh is south.
Wait, wasn't there a New World person?
There isn't a New World. I guess Ivankov covers the whole Grand Line. I guess Kuma would have been New World before he went undercover.
Right. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Strahd, you can continue.
Oh no, I'm just gonna keep it short and sweet.
All right. All right, y'all. Unless anybody wants to rebut anything they heard, here we'll drop you guys and get another group in here.
I bet.
Appreciate the takes, y'all. Stick around. We'll definitely get you guys back in for another matchup a little later.
Bet. Much love.
New incoming. Looks like we lost Zach, so we will move on. No, Noel's probably not here. All right,
want
that's
to give
gonna be
your
good because Noel's not here and Balnic's still not here. So
We'll do it this round.
Mm-hmm.
Cups full of rose.
Strahd, what'd you say? I couldn't hear you.
So he should be good because the only other two I could pull would be Noel and Balnick, and they're both been mute the last two debates.
Oh, word. Okay. All right. We'll just run this group then. What's up, gentlemen? Welcome, Maze. I don't think you were part of the earlier group, but what's going on? Welcome to DDT. Yeah, I know the vibes. Who you got? What diff and why? And we'll start with Barnes because he's off. He's on camera. Unless you want me to pass you again, Barnes. Be the third time you did that, bro.
Man, listen. This one's a little easier.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it to what's his name? Inazuma Extreme Diff.
Okay.
Because I understand that what's his name? Onigumo has fought some stronger people. Like I see Onigumo here hemmed up Marco, but we know Marco's trash, so that's not an achievement. Listen, bro. Stop playing. Onigumo was part of jumping Oris Jr. Not proud of you because you jumped him. And he fought the Whitebeard Pirates and he was at Annie's lobby, which is impressive. Onigumo seems to have the spider devil fruit, and it looks like Onigumo's achieved hybrid form, I guess. Because we never see him be a full spider. It's just coming out of his back. So I'm assuming that's his hybrid form. And it says Onigumo has hockey, but we have no idea what kind of hockey, so I don't know what to do with that. But my main point here is, okay, so what's his name? I think Inazuma has the durability to deal with Onigumo because he's gone up against what I believe are people with stronger offensive power and lived. He took a shot from Akainu and he's alive. And he took the poison from Magellan. And 𝐓𝐲𝐿𝐿 specifically did not use any of his hormones or tension abilities to heal Inazuma because it would shorten his lifespan. So even though Inazuma was taken down by the poison, he survived it, which is a durability feat in itself, I believe. He seems to have the ability to manipulate matter, something like Luffy's Gear 5, because he can make any material really soft and paper-like and move it as he pleases, and then make it just as solid. So essentially the entire terrain is a weapon, whereas it seems Onigumo only has his swords and some mobility and hockey I don't know about. So I'm gonna give it to Inazuma.
All right. Appreciate the take, Barnes. We'll go to Shin.
Yo.
What's going on,
So I'm gonna have to give it to my boy Inazuma based off a couple things. One, I looked up Inazuma's devil fruit. He can cut through anything and manipulate it to the point where they feel like paper, so he can cut through them. Next, he can cut through the ground, so like he can change the terrain of the area that they're fighting on to further advance his like advantage. And he can also like throw like the area he cut on the ground, like throw it at you like a stone wall. He can cut it and then throw it at you. So my thing will be like he will cut it and then throw it at him like how Gon did against Hisoka in the battle arena and Hunter x Hunter, and then like try to get him like off guard that way. Not only that, like Onigumo, he uses 8 swords, and we know how people who use 8 swords at once in One Piece, what happens to them. Like anybody who uses 8 sword style is like pretty bad as a swordsman. And then I really don't have anything else on it. Onigumo has no feats for me. I don't think putting handcuffs on somebody is a feat. If that's the case, like every policeman got a feat. So like it's Inazuma, and I'm gonna give it to him just because he's a vice admiral. I'm gonna give it to him negative.
Negative. All right. Appreciate the take, Shin. Strahd, you were motioning to say something before, or?
Oh, I was just saying, yeah, one handcuff. Don't give him full credit now.
One handcuff?
Yeah, it was just one side.
Oh, dang. That's even worse. You got 8 hands and you can only put one handcuff on somebody? Like, insane.
All right. We'll go to Maze.
Yo, I'm at work, so I got to make it pretty.
That's cool.
I did for Inazuma. All right, so I got, like, in my mind, I worked out a scaling chain that I think works for him, right? So Inazuma got to be above, he's got to be the second most powerful in even 𝐓𝐿𝐴 little group. And Carolyn beat Sanji pre-time skip, like right before the time skip, really bad. So he's got to be above pre-time skip Sanji at max power. So Sanji beat up 𝗂𝐴. And I think 𝗂𝐴 and any of the top 3 CP9 agents could take any of these fodder vice admirals. Like, their Rokushiki is too good. They could just take any of these fodder vice admirals. And Inazuma should be, like, well above that. And then I just agree with all the points that my last 2 people made. but I don't need to reiterate them. Broken Devil Fruit, all that. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Short and sweet.
So
to
I
the
got
point.
it. I think for diff, it'd be somewhere in between mid and high.
All right. Appreciate the take, Maze. Get back to work, man. I don't want you getting in trouble. All right. Last but not least, we'll go to Who-Man.
Torn. I don't really know. Like, supposedly vice admirals are supposed to have some form of hockey. I want to speculate, but honestly, I kind of want to give it to Inazuma, just because like people are saying like, yeah, she can like cut up the terrain, or he can cut up the terrain, and just like probably disorient Onigumo. So I'll probably give it to Inazuma mid diff.
All right. Appreciate the take, Who-Man. I don't think anybody went Onigumo in this round, so is what it is. Larry.
Yeah, I got Inazuma, for sure. The reason why I believe that if we're gonna go off crew basis, the Revs are shaped like a pirate crew. They have 3 commanders. That would be Kuma, Sabo, and we have 𝐓𝐢𝐻𝐿𝐴, and anybody below them I would put in like 𝗵𝐴 level, depending on where they stand under those individuals. And we know that Inazuma is second in command to the Kamabaka Kingdom. So I gotta go Inazuma just based off of him being 𝗵𝐴 level at least, because the Vice Admirals haven't had great showings. And even if, Onigumo does have some significance, I can't even speculate what that might be. I feel like a lot of people, if you're in the War of the Best and you don't show your best, there's nothing really there. And the Marco situation is so laughable, because it's Marco at that point. Marco wasn't really doing anything, I don't think highly of Marco, obviously. So, I gotta give to Onizuma, man. He was a reason for a lot, and how he would beat Onigumo. I mean, he could cut anything at this point. It really depends on if Onigumo has the hockey to not get cut, and I feel like he probably doesn't. That's just my take. So, Inazuma for the win.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of decent things said. Again, this was a hard matchup in the sense that we don't know too much about either of these guys. I was leaning Onigumo to start just because, he's a Vice Admiral. He's got hockey on at least a basic level. And he's got a bunch of swords, and I think he looks kind of cool. I just do. He hasn't been shown in a negative light yet that some of the other Vice Admirals have. So I kind of lean on that, like to kind of scale him up towards the Momongas of the world, where even Momonga's not crazy, hyped or anything, but he had some wherewithal or understanding of Lucci's capabilities, and he was confident that he would beat Luffy. He was wrong, but that was more of an underestimation of Luffy, not to scale Lucci down, you know what I mean? That said, I mean, Inazuma just can do a lot. There's a lot of utility with his fruit, cutting up the ground, like people were saying, throwing projectile, throwing, whatever he cuts up at him. I brought it up earlier. He could potentially cut his arms off and turn them into just paper that he can cut and use in that way. I think the fight's going to be extreme diff either way it goes, because I just don't think these people scale well above one another. I do like the using of the ranking system that you guys were using to try to scale Inazuma properly. With that, I don't think I would put him above any of the, or her above any of the specific areas of the new world, of the One Piece world leaders. So like I'd have Inazuma below Morley and Lindbergh and Bello Betty and Karasu, etc. But that still probably puts him around Vice Admiral level. Even if it's not high Vice Admiral, we know that they all scale randomly. So either way, I'm gonna go Onigumo just out of respect, because I like his character design a little better. You know what? I like Inazuma with the wine too. It's just cool. You know what I'm saying? He's able to survive that stuff with Magellan. I don't know. It doesn't matter what I vote technically, but I'm gonna give it to Onigumo just because to make it a little closer.
Mind you, Seb, he does not drop the wine. While
Doesn't drop the wine at all, right? He be scrapping.
Doesn't drop it.
He be scrapping, man.
He also scrapped with your boy Kaino too, one of your favorite characters. So I mean,
yeah, I might have to switch it up. I'm about to switch my vote up. I am,
bro. He get hit with that hormone boost and switch to a woman.
Switching it up.
He could throw it back on Onigumo.
Actually, doesn't he? Or are you talking about Onigumo?
He going
Inazuma. He can't just switch out.
No, he switched.
Didn't he switch up at
No,
one point
he can't
though?
switch. He switches what you.
No, he got switched by the hormones or whatever. It was a female at one point, I thought.
Yeah, he was a female at one point.
Yeah.
I just don't know how it works with him specifically.
Onigumo, for all we know, is a perv too. You know what I'm saying?
I always presumed that he just got help from his buddy.
Yeah, he got.
Yeah, that makes some of y'all got pervs ranked 4th in the crew. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I know 𝗲𝗏 ain't in here right now, but
listen, it might be something in
No,
that
hear
wine.
me.
It could be something in that wine that they sipping.
It's not only pervs; it's also peds. You know what I'm saying?
We don't talk about
Well,
that.
see, we
on the
we
DDT.
use the same word. I
We
just went
don't
with a different
talk
word.
about that on the DDT. Okay.
And that's why we don't talk about it when you say he's 3rd, because he's not.
All right,
Shout out to
y'all. We're gonna keep
Red-haired
y'all
man.
around for the next matchup because you guys had to wait so long.
Word,
but
I want to hear Shin's voice, bro.
but I do have to do some editing here.
Do you want me to do
it? Yeah, if you got it.
I'm right here, Larry.
In the meantime, we did get a $8 super chat from Shandi Wandi. It says, "Gotta head out early. Have a good one, Nakama. # Buggy Gang." I hope you're still listening right now, Shandi. But we really appreciate it, man.
Yes, thank you, man.
Yeah, man, that was a more difficult one. I don't even remember what the next matchup was. This one might not be as difficult. All right, it's gonna be Ulti versus. Is it Pekoms or Pekoms?
You can see either, bro.
I think it's Pekoms.
It's Catboy.
Is
I think
it
it's Catboy.
Pekoms? I don't know. I'm gonna go.
He's a cat turtle.
I'm gonna call him Pekoms.
He's a lion turtle.
Lion turtle? Is that what he is? That's what he is technically, right?
Yeah.
Because he's a lion.
He is
mink?
a lion turtle.
It's about to be Peckham's up.
Good one, Sean.
I know.
Totally good.
Who you got? What diff and why? And we'll start with Shin because Larry wanted to hear Shin's voice for whatever reason.
Oh, thank you. I got one question to ask.
Yes, he can go too long.
Okay. Still doesn't matter. Still does not matter. OT has hockey. I'm pretty sure Pekoms do too.
He do.
OT just showed a greater showing at Wano that I don't think Pekoms showed in Whole Cake Island. Pekoms is not really, even if he might be a lion turtle, like he might go in his turtle shell, but if OT hits him with a headbutt and like cracks his shell, it's over with. Like OT been through. I think OT is more durable than Pekoms. She went. She had what was that? Mesa Canyon shot through her. Yamato came out the blue, knocked her head upside down, and then like to end it off, Nami came with that supercharged Zeus homing missile lightning attack. So like, I think I'm gonna have to give. I don't think. I know I'm gonna have to give it to OT because just based off the showing, the source material speaks for itself. I don't think Peckham. What was Peckham's ranking in Whole Cake Island? Like, you was my errand boy or something? Like, yeah, Peckham's was.
He had. I mean, he had like a 300 million berry bounty or whatever, and he was like.
I mean, like, I guess
entrusted to do some stuff. I don't remember.
Yeah, we can't even remember, folks. Like, that speaks in itself. Like, I got OT, and I'm gonna give it to OT, low diff. Even if it's too long, you get knocked out after too long. It doesn't matter.
All right. Appreciate the take, Shin. We'll go to Maze. Oh, Maze is on work. I forgot.
Yo, this fight, it's not even fun. Like everyone that Ulti has faced and gotten back up from would one shot. They would one shot Oven so fast. Oven was putting the work back up, dude. Bro, a Mazer cannon would destroy both of them. It's so bad.
I take it you got
I
Ulti.
gotta give it to Ulti, like mid to low dip. It's bad, dude. I don't even have much to say. Like just a Mazer cannon would obliterate him, and it didn't do that to Ulti.
All right. Appreciate the take, Maze. We'll go to who, man?
I get the ulti. Even though Pekoms can go so long, I do. Yeah, like it's she just got the better durability, better strength. I'll give it the ulti. High def.
Hmm. All right. Appreciate the take, who, man? Barnes.
I'm gonna give it to Pekoms.
Hey.
Extreme diff.
What diff?
Extreme diff.
Okay.
Extreme diff. It's gonna be a hard one for the boy. But yeah, it's Pekoms. Because Pekoms, you know, does Pekoms have a devil?
Yes. He has like a turtle devil fruit that makes him.
Yeah, no, he's a lion turtle devil fruit. Yeah. Okay, so Pekoms has the lion turtle devil fruit, and he has armor hockey, and he has observation hockey. All right. It's, to protect himself from Ulti's headbutts, he can just go in his shell and then coat it in armor hockey. And I don't think Ulti can break it because I saw Ulti headbutt Nami, and Nami's alive.
Yeah, but it wasn't her strongest headbutt, but I'm gonna let you keep going.
Even if it's the strongest
why
headbutt,
wasn't
I
it?
don't know what level of strength is Ulti's. What level? There's nothing for me to confirm that Ulti's full power headbutt with armor hockey is able to take out what's the name?
Pekoms?
The counter I just gave for what's his Pekoms. Also, Pekoms observation hockey, even at its most basic level, should allow him to evade what's his name, Ulti's attacks. And I've never seen Ulti use observation hockey, so I'm going to assume she doesn't have it.
Even though she was fighting Luffy, and Luffy almost had to go Gear 4th. But
he did not almost have to go Gear 4th.
He was trying to go Gear 4th, and then Yamato came in. But keep going.
He actually contemplated it.
He did contemplate going Gear 4th.
And Luffy went Gear 5 against 𝗓𝐿chi.
That was for marketing. Let's stay on topic.
For merch.
It's the same thing against Ulti. Luffy doesn't use logic sometimes. So yeah, I believe that's how Pekoms protects himself, and he attacks with arm and hockey, and he should make it through. That's all.
Appreciate the take, Barnes. We'll go to Larry.
Yo, Shin, why wasn't Ulti's headbutt at full strength, bro?
Oh, you want me to tell you why?
Yeah.
Because at full strength, Ulti had, but she bounced off wall to wall and then came into, what was his name? 𝐿𝐴𝐻, or whatever that thing they was riding name. I think that was her strongest headbutt. And don't her headbutt create lightning? If I'm not mistaken?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't?
It
All
does
right,
not.
Anyway, it doesn't. And then, yes, it was a named attack. But let me tell you, no, Larry. Larry. Let me ask you one thing, Larry. Let me ask you one thing.
I
With the
want to
whole
know, man.
Corazon thing. No, with the whole Corazon
No,
thing.
we passed
it
that,
does
bro.
not-
We passed that, bro. I just wanted to
I'ma
hear you
just
say
say-
it. I just need to hear you say it.
I'm going to just say, when he mute the stuff, it does not mute what's on the inside of the bubble, so it's still a named attack. Therefore, it's still being said. Exactly.
It's over. Let's
Sure,
stay on this one, guys.
But anyway, yeah, OT definitely, like, come on, it's Pekoms. Like, how you a Lion Zoe?
It ain't your turn went and passed, bro.
You're right. I'm gonna let y'all go.
I thought you said you wanted to hear shit talk, yo.
Nah, bro.
Bro, no, because he mad because I was gonna disprove everything he was gonna say.
Wait, Shin, did you say Ulti bounced off the walls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that makes her Bellamy? Is this impressive?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Bellamy should have beat Smoker. I'm gonna leave it at that. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna let Bellamy bounce off the walls.
Nah.
At least we agree on that, Shin.
And not to mention, he does not have a lion turtle devil fruit that will make him mythical. He has a turtle devil fruit.
He's a lion mink. He's a lion mink.
But like, you know how weak you gotta be to be like the king of the jungle, Zoan, and you still weaker than somebody who has a cat zone.
Chill out.
You know how weak you gotta be.
Well, it's because he's a half, but yeah.
You're acting like Nami isn't a conqueror.
Like Neko Mamushi is what, a raccoon cat or whatever, and he's still the best out of all of them.
He's
How
also
you got a
3
cat and a
times the
dog
size
better
of
than a
Pepper.
lion? You have a cat and a dog better than a lion. I'm not trying to hear it.
Bro. Okay.
You gonna let me
Wait, how
go,
many
bro?
times did
Go ahead.
Y'all gonna let me go or no?
Yo, what was?
Go ahead, Larry. Go ahead. You got OT, so speak some sense.
I got Turtle Boy.
I seen it coming, bro.
I got Turtle Boy, and I got
terrible.
I got him extreme diff, and I'm gonna speculate like crazy. Alright?
Do you think, bro?
So I'm gonna say some things, and I know I'm gonna get flack for it, and I don't care. That's how it's gonna be. It's how it's gonna be. I saw Pekoms before we even got into all the hockey aspects of the show. One shot 𝐓𝐤𝐴, and he punched through a sword, and he sort of did Soru against him as well. That was impressive. Not only that, his hold on, Shin. His turtle shell is supposed to be as hard as diamond. Now, that is without armament hockey as well. Now, from what we've seen from people like Joe's, who was able to block a Yonko attack from Mihawk because he was diamond and threw his crap into the air.
Look at this man.
All I'm saying is, when people attack other people and they got diamond and hockey put together, people like Mihawk is not shown to be what he's suspected to be. Alright?
Oh my God.
So I'm going to step a bit further into the realm of madness and be on my par wave. I think, and I swear, maybe Oda probably will do this one day. He might not. But I think that because he does have the turtle shell and he is a lion mink, there are like, I know you guys watched Avatar: The Last Airbender. I've always thought that maybe the minks had a special way of accessing Zoan devil fruits, unlike anybody else in the show. The same way Chopper is able to experience the 𝐴𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐿 fruit that he has, unlike any other Zoans are able to replicate. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has a special degree where he's still an animal, but he has the enlightenment of a human, and he's able to do those things. And I was gonna say, since you know, our guy is a mink, a lion mink, and he has the turtle fruit, he might be able to access some of these godly abilities that he just, hasn't tapped into yet, but he might be able to, just in case he dies, just like Luffy did against Kaido. All I'm saying is, Barnes was right. If Ulti did headbutt, a Nami of all people, who we know is not a tank, and she ain't go down, I don't want to hear, yo, she didn't put her full force into it because she wasn't jumping off walls. From what I know, this dude, Pekoms, probably not going to let her jump off the walls because he's going to be pseudoing with her. He has speed to keep up at this point. So, I'm going to give it to Pekoms extreme diff, man. Anytime she attacks, he has observation hockey as well. He can just go into his shell, and then I know it's not cracking. And she's going to take most of that damage the same way Sanji took damage from Black Maria when she was punching him. That's it. And the reason why I say the Sanji and Black Maria thing is because if Sanji did harden his hockey, she would have hurt her fist. So that works in turn with Ulti. If she keeps headbutting something she can't break against, that's going to hurt her, bro. So I'm going Pekoms extreme diff, bro.
Yeah, before you respond, Shin, before anybody responds, I just want to say, I said fair and reasonable speculation.
Larry.
You said he can tap into lion turtle god powers from Avatar, bro.
Yes.
How is that fair and reasonable, bro?
Listen, bro.
Do you guys not realize this man literally just said his shell is as hard as diamond, and if he cover it in hockey, Mihawk can't cut it? Is that what you
Actually,
literally just
that's wait, that diamond part is actually stated by the build. He's not capping about the diamond.
No, but what Larry's saying, Mihawk can't cut it if he covered it in armament hockey, and that's
He's
literally
comparing it to the Jozu feat. It's comparable. Like, he can turn it diamond hard.
I can't.
Larry was trolling Mihawk, is what he was doing.
Yeah,
He also
it's still
didn't.
Diamond.
He also didn't cut Joe's. It wasn't a physical slash, which we saw. Like he didn't cut Das bones, and then physically attacked him and cut him later. So it is fair and reasonable to say that Mihawk may be able to cut Diamond Joe's if he made physical contact with him.
Cool, bro.
But whatever. I'm just saying everything else you said was fine. Everything else you said was absolutely fine, and I'll understand that argument. You can't be telling me this man can tap into fictional god level lion turtle abilities, bro, from a different series.
Avatar.
Come on, man.
Like Pekoms can bend water.
No, you can easily say he can use Electro. Like there's stuff in manga he can use, bro. That's reasonable.
We can speculate Blackbeard. Why can't we speculate this,
bro?
Reasonable.
It is reasonable,
bro. Larry, no, it's not, bro.
Hold on, Barnes. Barnes, we can't even hear you. You're like muffled.
Yeah, you're too muffled.
So I did make a point about Chopper. Chopper is the only other animal who accesses his own fruit, and it reacts differently than when a human eats his own fruit. He has special capabilities. I'm saying the same thing that can happen with minks.
But is Chopper tapping into god level abilities?
Yo, he could. I'm saying he possibly could.
They're clearly different.
Well, but the thing is, I mean, we thought that the Gomu no was the rubber fruit. Turns out it was something else. What if
literally at the beginning of the fruit for Chopper to access all the other forms?
Listen,
he needed a Rumble Ball.
He
used the outside source.
We talking about Oda and lion turtles are mythical.
I can't.
I
can't.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying he has the mythical fruit. I'm saying he could probably access it as if it was a mythical fruit because he is a lion. That's it.
Why didn't he?
Yo, I'm allowed to speculate, bro. Leave me alone.
Fair and reasonable, bro.
I'm allowed to do what I want to do. I said what I said, trying to use the evidence I had. I said it was One Piece madness as well. If y'all don't like my grind, step off, bro.
What grind? You literally went off the rails with everything you said.
Not everything. Yo, there were parts of what he said that was real, and I was applauding for that. Just stay off the lion turtle myth. Like, come on, man. Larry, you better
knew
than
he was
that.
gonna say something insane.
Listen.
Once he brought up Avatar.
Listen, y'all don't like it. Move on, bro.
All right, y'all. We do have to get another group in here, but I appreciate all the takes.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ!
I don't want to hear shit, bro.
You started off that group
Don't
by
worry,
saying,
bro.
I want to hear
He
shit.
cooks his pasta in the sauce, bro. I'm done with shit.
Does he?
Yeah.
What?
I can't believe anything.
That's facts.
Oh, man.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, y'all? Oh, y'all have all been here already today. All right, we're discussing Pekoms versus Ulti. Larry just gave a very spicy take, so I don't know if y'all heard it or not.
We was discussing something much more important. You know what I'm saying? It was
What
a
was
great
that?
conversation.
What was that?
It was about
Top
white
10 baddies in One Piece.
Huh?
Ragnar was cooking.
Top 10 baddies in One Piece.
Top 10 baddies? We gotta do that another time.
Gerd.
I do want to
Gerd
do a
is
tier
number
list
one.
one of these days.
Yo, Viola's my number one. I'm gonna just keep it at that.
Kiku, bro.
Gerd, bro.
Female law, bro.
Oh man. Anyway, Pekoms versus Ulti. Who y'all got? What diff and why? And we'll start with Agent. I feel like we tried to get Agent in earlier. He wasn't able to talk. Maybe I'm tripping.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, man.
Yeah. I'll say Ulti. I'll say high div. Because I don't think Pekoms, I didn't really see Pekoms really do anything impressive. Might be a little bit strong as well, but I think Ulti's durability might be able to tank a bunch of his attacks. I don't know how much he can tank. So I'll say Ulti. It should be a good fight. They're pretty average, both of them, but I think Ulti's I think she's a lot stronger. She can take more damage. I don't know what their overall attack power is going to be like, but I know defense should be able to
take whatever Pekoms got going on. And Pekoms, every time we see him, someone's putting him down. So I don't think he can actually hold up that much. But yeah, I'll say Ulti, high div. I'll say something competitive. It should be fun.
Okay. Appreciate the take, Agent. We'll go to Infamous.
I gotta go with Ulti and I gotta go with mid diff. I'll say mid diff and give Pekoms the benefit of the doubt because he does have a turtle fruit. However, we've only seen it in one form where he's just only using the turtle, just basically defending himself like by transforming into the turtle shell. And also another thing, I would have to say that Ulti's armament hockey is way more powerful, probably maybe powerful enough to bypass Pekom's defenses, because we know that Peckham has hockey, and that's the reason why he was able to watch Caribou, but that wasn't really impressive compared to what Ulti was able to do during Onigashima. And also, you could argue that Ulti is probably either the second or third strongest 𝗃𝐴 member. Also, Ulti has an ancient zone, so she's going to get back up, while Pekoms just has like a regular zone, which he hasn't really done much with. And also, one more thing, I just want to ask, what are the terms of this battle? Does Pekoms have Sulong?
Yes, he can utilize Sulong if need be.
I still give it to Ulti. Let's say if Peckham does transform into Sulong, I think that Ulti probably has way faster combat speed, I would argue, because Peckham's Sulong form, it seems more bulky, where he's not going to be able to move fast during the battle. But I'll give it to Ulti, and I'll say it's mid-diff. Thank you.
All right. Appreciate the take, Infamous. We'll go to Ragnar.
Yo, y'all gave Peckham Sulong, bro?
Yeah.
God, you gave Peckham Sulong? I thought Peckham was fighting with some turtle, bro.
Nah, man. I said if they've done it on panel, they could do it in the DDT, bro. So
and 5 people voted for Ulti?
Yeah.
Based on what? Yo, look, I'm giving Peckham's, bro. You got Sulong Peckham's, bro. Yo, that sounds lit. Bro, that's crazy. Imagine a Sulong Peckham's just be like turtle form. Imagine trying to hit a dude that can like fly and run fast. Like, oh my! I have no words for this. That's so. I want to see this. Why didn't they do this? I'm going with Peckham's just based on how cool it is.
All right. I cannot get this to go regular, bro.
Mid-diff.
Mm-hmm. All right, I appreciate the take, Ragnar. I'm trying to get the number thing. Thank you. Thank you, Larry. All right, appreciate the take, Ragnar. Toby.
OT, Peckham's, Midicums.
Midicums.
Right? Okay, what you get him? He's a veggie victim, alright? So he'll always be remembered for. Dude who just be crying about everything. That's literally what he did for most of the time he was around. He was a little cool on Fishman Island. Alright? After that, he was just crying the whole show for real. And OT, she's a 𝗃𝐴, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
Like, oh yeah. When did we see Peckham's in his Sulong form though?
He did it on Whole Cake Island when he was trying to free Luffy and Sanji. Trying to free Luffy from.
He was trying to be a deterrent. He took on thousands, and they couldn't put him down.
He's fighting a lot of people. I think it took a bunch of them, and then Oven eventually got him.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of jumped him.
I stand on what I say. Midicum. Okay, what you give him?
Alright.
High diff though.
Appreciate the take, Toby. We're gonna get another group in here, guys. Unless you guys want to rebut anything you heard today, just now.
I will say this: Peckham's is a mink, and he's Sulong, and he's a turtle. So, he's 3 things at once.
Oh, give him all that. He's mid.
You know what I'll say, Seb? I think that this is just, it's not an argument, but I think that basically I would have probably gave Pekoms a more of a consideration if basically Oda, did him justice. Like, remember when we were in Fishman Island and we were introduced to Baragon, Tamago, and Pekoms? You know how hyped up they were before we ever got to Whole Cake Island? I think that basically in terms of combat, I appreciate Baragon Tamago, like his fight with what's his name, with Pedro was very with Pedro, that was very underrated, and I liked his fighting style and what he was able to do. And even if he was defeated, he was still able to get back up because of his double fruit. I think that if maybe if Oda was perhaps like did something like made Pekoms do something more interesting besides him getting like tied up by the fishermen pirates or getting shot in the back by Gage, it would have been probably would have gave Pekoms some more consideration, but that's all.
All right. Yeah, I appreciate that. Infamous. But yeah, we're gonna drop you guys and get another group in here. But definitely, I mean, I don't know if we're gonna get another match in, but I appreciate y'all being here.
Hey yo, Larry, Kiku was a great pick, bro.
That One Piece talk, waifu tier list coming soon. Watch. I don't even know if we can get Noel and Balenci in here as far as takes.
Be my last attempt at both of them.
Yeah. All right. Before we get into any Balenci, you here? That boy knocked out, man. Noel.
Security. Sorry.
Nah, it's over. Drop him. It's over.
Who was the other one? Who else don't talk in here? Was it you, Noel?
Yeah, it was Noel.
Yo, I just
Security.
hopped in here. What's even the matchup right now?
Oh, it's Ulti versus Pekoms. Pekoms can use Sulong if you would like to argue it.
That doesn't help, but okay.
Is there any stipulations on too long? Like,
I mean, how long did he hold it for?
Hold it long enough to
Not
be
long
able to
enough to
jump.
beat up.
He had a decent, held it for a decent while. He was getting jumped, Right. Y'all know the vibes. Who you got? What diff and why? And we'll start with you, 𝐲𝐲𝐻.
all right. Trying to think about this one.
I can skip you if you want. I can go to someone else if you want more time.
Yeah, you think you can skip me? I literally just hopped in, not even like a minute ago.
It's all good. We appreciate you being here, man. We'll go to you,
do mine
Wanda.
real quick, cause I gotta step out real quick. Can I just give mine real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, party.
Yeah, it's Ulti, cause she's just flat out stronger than Pekoms. The Pekoms in his brightest moment in the most ideal conditions got beat up by Oven. So, and I think Ulti beats up Oven too. So, I'm gonna go with Ulti. We'll call it high diff to give Pekoms some degree of respect.
I wouldn't.
I appreciate the take, party. We'll go to Wanda.
Hey, yo, I'm on the same mindset. I can't really see Pekoms going on the attack, so he would have to go in his like turtle shell and with the hockey around it. But you can't win if you're like hiding all the time. I feel like, and Ulti got pretty good durability. I'm sure it's already been said, but she ain't take it, but she got back up after that big mom punch, even though she probably shouldn't have. But it's One Piece. And then I think Nami hit her a couple times with the lightning attacks, if I remember. So yeah, I'm going with Ulti on this one.
All right. Appreciate the take, Juan. We'll go to Traverse.
All right, so we was just arguing about this matchup in the den, and somebody said, "What has Ulti done?" And my question is, what has Pekoms done to get 3 votes? What's going on here, man?
Listen. If y'all heard Larry's take,
Yo, we know Larry's on one right now. We know.
yo, bruh,
what was it?
you wouldn't even be able to imagine where Larry went with his take. Okay, wouldn't even be able to imagine it.
I think we got to hear it again.
Hold on, I'm gonna get my thing real quick, and then we can hear what Larry said. Basically, like Party Pete was saying, Pekoms couldn't beat Oven in Sulong form, and like he's not 𝗃𝐵 level. He's not headliner level, if you ask me. It's OT like low diff.
My bad, I'm chewing something.
Now take your time. You don't want to choke, you know. You gotta watch your health.
Gotta watch your health.
I want to say this, and this is something that comes up a lot in these debates. Y'all realize that like the level that Pekoms is at within the Big Mom Pirates is at or around, or that Oven is at in the Big Mom Pirates is essentially 𝗃𝐵 level, right? Like that's what that hierarchy means for that crew. Like people say this a lot. Like they say like, 𝗃𝐵 level and this and that. It's like, yo, in the hierarchy of his crew, he is a 𝗃𝐵. He is the highest authority after the sweet commanders. So it's just a weird, like I hear people say like, yo, he couldn't even be Oven or whatever, or Oven's this and that, or Daifuku and this. And I'm like, they're the 𝗃𝐵 of their crews. They're just not called that. Now, do you think the 𝗃𝐵 are stronger than them? That's a whole other thing, perspective-wise. Y'all can do it, you know what I mean? That's however y'all look at it. I just find that weird. Like, I don't know if you find that weird, Larry. I find it weird when I see that debate used.
I mean, what's called? I'm looking like the crew order here, and they're just like listed under combatants.
Mm-hmm. But I'm not saying Pekoms per se. I'm saying like Oven, because you talked about Oven and
yeah. Like
okay.
Oven, and that's the 𝗃𝐵 of the crew.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel like he could beat the 𝗃𝐵 of the crew, so I don't feel like he would beat the Beast Pirates 𝗃𝐵.
And just for the record, wasn't Pekoms under Baron Tamago, the egg dude?
They were like a duo.
They're on the same level.
They were like a duo, yeah. Also,
Yeah,
Pekoms' bounty is higher than Oven's, low-key. But that's a whole other thing. Bounties don't mean strength all the time. But
hey, Seb, I got a question for you real quick.
Hit me.
Is this the last match you're doing tonight?
Yeah, I kind of got to go soon.
Okay.
So.
Do you mind if I bring Pig in since it's the last one? He hasn't been in one yet.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Pig, what's up, man? Yo, if Pig's muted, bro. No.
Man, so I'm popping.
It's been a rough day with mutes, yo. But all right, I think Jay, you just gave your take. Did you have anything else you wanted to say? My fault. I kind of cut you off.
Nah, that's it.
All right, we'll go to Oz.
I'm ready whenever now, too. By the way.
Cool.
I'm on the same wave as everybody else, man. I got Ulti, low to mid diff. I mean, you know what I'm like. Ulti was able to like they said, get up after the Big Mom hit. She was clashing with Nami and took a couple of thunder hits. She was fighting with Luffy. She was fighting with Yamato. You know, she's got that durability. She's got the attack. You know, and she specializes in blunt force hits, like I think 𝗲𝗏 said it. So I feel like she can with her strength, her hockey, and I just feel like she could actually maybe even go through that, like do some damage to that shell, man. Honestly, even if Pekoms just goes on the defense. So I got Ulti, man, low to mid diff.
All right. Appreciate the take, Oz. We'll go to 𝗍𝐠y.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go Ulti. Just because kind of the points that everyone else has said too. But also, Ulti, we've seen that she's been able to use Armament Hockey, and she's been able to hockey coat her head, like in her headbutt, which is her kind of main thing, I guess. And the durability that we've seen from her is absolutely insane. I think it may have had a little bit to do just like the plot of the story, but at the same time, you know, that doesn't really matter in this. And yeah, I just think Ulti has way too much durability, and all these shots that I think she could tank a lot of shots from the Sulong Pekoms. But yeah, I really just don't think Pekoms can hold out long enough just to be able to break through that durability because we've seen some insane feats from her when Big Mom went mom mode, and when took out her sword, did that insane attack, and a couple panels later, or next chapter, she was back up, going back. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have to go ulti, like mid diff.
All right. Appreciate the take, Schulze. Did I count it already? I don't remember. I don't think it matters anyway, considering the deficit here. But yeah, we'll go with Pig before I give my take.
All right, yeah, I ain't even back home from my date yet, y'all. So who's the matchup?
Oh, it's Ulti versus Pekoms, man. Your date. It's a day late, man. Is it
Mr. Riz God.
You a date?
he's
I'm
on date
not
too.
even gonna comment, man. You do your thing. You do your thing.
Hey, yeah, I work all over the country, man. I ain't home often. When I am, I gotta take advantage. But Ulti and Pekoms, I'm giving that one to Ulti. She got in a fight of who's got the harder head with Luffy, and at best, I'd call that one a draw. And I feel like she could just wash Pekoms with low to mid diff. Just I saw what she was putting up with from Big Mom and Nami and everybody else. Pekoms couldn't take that. He just couldn't.
All right, that's fair. And well, I hope you enjoyed your date. Pig. All right.
That was great. Yeah, thanks. We went and got Thai food. It was a good night.
Hey, Thai food is good. Thai food is good.
Yeah, I like Thai food.
Yeah, all right. But I appreciate the takes, y'all. I'll give my take now.
Did Strahd go?
Strahd, did you go?
No, not on this one.
Oh, go ahead. Give your take, Strahd.
Oh, okay. I'll go simple. I'll give Peckham some respect first, even though he's not winning. Larry's the only other person to put respect on his name. He did one-shot a Logia with his hockey and then proceeded to bullet him into the distance like Team Rocket style. So there is that. He has both arms and observation. He's got speed and durability. And literally his Devil Fruit is a defense Devil Fruit. It's literally centered around it. The diamond comment was not off kilt. That's literally what it says on his page. Go look it up. That being said, it's still going to be ulti. Her Devil Fruit, ancient mythical, this, that, and the other. We've seen every headbutt she's had, every blunt force trauma, all that. Yeah, she didn't kill Nami, but she critically injured her. So, like, it's still wordplay to bring that up. Her arms actually briefly overpowered Luffy. If you go back and look at it. It was briefly, but it still happened. She also contended with Yamato. She got whipped, but it was briefly. So, I don't think Pekoms can do these things. And Luffy also contemplated going Gear 4 against her. Actually contemplated. So I think all that goes to ulti. And for Pekoms, I'll give respect. I'll say mid-diff when it should be low. But yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Strahd, that was very well said. Brought up basically every single point that I was going to bring out. So I appreciate it. I'm also going ulti.
Wait, did Oz go?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
I was one. Yeah, I'm also going ulti. I do think the fight is closer than some people in the Discord made it out to be. And like Strahd said, you gotta put some respect on Peckham's name, man. Like he only has a 70 million berry bounty less than ulti. In the One Piece world, his name does carry some semblance of weight. Armament hockey user, his shell defense, I think it's gonna be a very interesting situation with her headbutt and just based off the personality that ulti has. The second he uses that shell defense and she doesn't crack it, that's going to be her goal the entire fight, period. And I believe that Pekoms can use that to get her off guard or get her a little distracted or just angered and start landing some hits. And if he goes too long, he can actually push her to high diff even, in my opinion, because ulti isn't... She doesn't dodge anything, honestly. I can't remember a time she's really dodged anything. But with that said, she's just a tank on another level, even beyond Pekoms. If you do land on Pekoms, I saw Beige land some clean shots on his back, and that took him out. I think it happened twice, actually, if I remember correctly. That Capone was
one
able
time
to shoot
on
him.
Zoe, another time on Whole Cake Island.
So if she's able to land flush on him while he's not using his shell defense, he's not that durable. Now in Sulong form, he was getting jumped. He was able to take a lot, but I think Oven put him down. You know, I don't think outside of him using that turtle defense that he can tank as much as ulti can tank. And even with Sulong, I don't think his offensive AP is anywhere near what it seems to take to put Ulti down. I'm talking multiple Luffy attacks, multiple Yamato attacks, multiple Big Mom attacks, and so I got Ulti. I do want to say high diff out of respect for Pekoms and what I think his abilities are and how the fight would go. I just really think it would be interesting to see that diamond shell, because again, like Strahd and Larry said, it's a diamond turtle shell. I don't think Ulti just breaking it. Like, I don't think she can just headbutt it. And again, the way she fights, if she hits it and she doesn't break it, that's going to be her focus for the rest of that fight. So, but ultimately, I do think she takes it.
I did have one tip of information I hear anyone else say, and it goes for Ulti and doesn't need to be said, but I didn't hear it. If in Sulong form, and counter me if I'm wrong, if Pekoms made the wrong choice to touch page 1 in any way, if he's in the vicinity, that is a monumental power boost for Ulti. She will take that mad personal more than not being able to break the turtle shell. And it might even
basically turns her
guaranteed
into a
bit.
zombie. Yeah.
So that's just a miscellaneous out there.
I did also want to say that her hybrid form does have some pretty good speed feats. But I think she also has that mace that I think is just super dope. So I wanted to bring it up just because I think it looks cool. But yeah, I got Ulti. Shout out to Pekoms though. Blonde Squad all day, every day. You feel me? But for those of y'all that didn't hear earlier, Larry's take was that Pekoms, because he is a lion mink who ate a turtle devil fruit, could potentially tap into sea turtle, what was it? Lion turtle mythical abilities or god tier abilities. It was amazing.
Bro.
It was amazing.
We were roasting Barnes, bro. We were roasting Barnes for that same take.
You got it for Larry, bro. You got it for Larry. That's too funny.
I know it
brought
ain't
everyone in
tied.
Seb since we're ending soon.
So now we know he was strong.
It's not tied. It's not tied. It's not tied. We brought y'all back in because we're gonna end the stream soon. But I did want to say I appreciate all y'all being here and all the takes today. I know Larry was jumped out the window a couple times.
He jumped out the skyscraper.
He was on one, bro. We know.
He was pulling a kite. I just wanted to see if he'd hit.
What did JT say? You took a perk 30 today?
Perk 30, yep.
Yeah, that song is so funny to me, bro. Oh man, but yeah, seriously, like we say, we don't always get a chance to talk to you guys on stream on Mondays, so it's great that we're able to do this with you guys to get a nice round table like this. I think we might start doing this large group one like this and just go one by one, so we don't have to drag people and drop them like we always do. I don't know, depends on how efficient that is, but I hope y'all had fun today. I know I did. Appreciate all the super chats that we got. I think the correct people won each of these matchups. I don't know if Larry agrees or not, but
I mean, I agree. I just feel like,
Larry was trolling, man.
I
It's
was
okay.
I was going against the grain, and people was like, "Yo, you can't do that. That's not allowed."
You can't go against the grain.
Larry
It
knows what he's
evolved,
doing.
man.
It's just you weren't going against the grain. You were like pushing up against it. You feel me?
I gave some reasonable and speculative observations.
He's just getting y'all to talk longer by
And they
riling
weren't
y'all up.
received well. It's all right.
Keep toxic and of it. It's cool. It's cool, man. Keep more of it.
All right, y'all. Next week we're gonna have a couple more interesting ones. I wish we would have got this one today, but I do have to go. Bartolomeo versus Caesar, which should be fire. I really want to know. Don't give your takes right now, y'all. Have some time to think about it, think on it, decide in the moment. But that one should be coming up. Another
Going
one
after that one's a problem.
we gonna see. We gonna see some fan favorites in that one, but we'll see. Couple more that are gonna be really interesting. But like I said, love talking to you guys, love engaging, love hearing y'all's takes, and you know the vibes. You got what diff and why every Wednesday. Should be able to stream next Wednesday as well. I'm gonna be out of town. No, I won't. I'm gonna be in town.
Just know Caesar taking that.
Yo, don't give your take right now, bro.
Saying, bro.
Don't give your take right now.
There's nothing Barto could
I'm
do
not gonna
that would
take,
beat
but-
Caesar. You do know this.
Don't.
He might be the worst scientist, but he's the best one in that fight.
Don't give your
Right.
take right now. All right.
Bubble Boy gonna have to turn himself into a bubble, so he can't do anything.
Let's be clear. Everyone should know who I'm picking.
He gonna look like
Everyone
a
should know.
He gonna look like a
Barto
as soon
gang
as
for
soon as it
life.
opens up, he done. We all know.
Bro,
this.
you must. Do you know what a stalemate is, Larry? That is what I would say.
Not the next
Yo,
fight.
sit in this we can't have this argument now.
Y'all are terrible.
One is infinite
we could.
of something, and then the other person is just doing this the whole time, trying to keep.
Yo,
things
yo,
up.
Larry,
You mean to tell me that no gas is
Nah,
gonna weaken the shield?
Keep that same energy for Enel versus Smoker, please.
No.
Oh, nah.
Science don't back Smoker, bro.
Oh yeah.
Keep that same energy, bro. Keep that same energy. Nah.
Lightning makes smoke. Go.
So he gonna make Smoker stronger? That's what he gonna do? He gonna make more Smoker?
Actually,
Give him
so
more
it's
smoke to
conductive,
use?
so it would actually make Enel stronger. But
What's
he
it
said
gonna
not to.
do, bro?
The
It's gonna
thing
make
is,
the
it's not gonna
lightning
do anything to
stronger.
Smoker. Enel's gonna smoke Smoker. That's what it's gonna do.
Smoker finna smoke this man.
You put him in the matchup. It's not my fault. You chose a Shandy and guy. What you want from me?
Listen, man.
That's a nail pack. All it is right there.
But all right, y'all. I just wanted to say goodnight. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope y'all all had a great holiday.
Love yourself.
Love yourself before anyone.
Happy birthday,
On
Q.
phone them.
Yo,
Love
and
yourself.
Q, if
Larry
it's
out
your
here representing
birthday,
all the Drakes
happy
in the crowd.
birthday, man.
Cook your spaghetti separate from your sauce.
Damn.
What was that for? I need to know now.
It was a shout out shit. Apparently, he be cooking his spaghetti in the sauce.
Bro, that's how you supposed to do it.
No, you're not. What?
No, you're not.
If you're of the melanin skin tone, you
Listen,
know
Hang
what
on,
I'm
hang on.
talking
Shin,
about.
Shin, tell him the cheddar thing. Shin, tell him the cheddar thing.
Oh yeah, you put cheddar cheese and spaghetti too on phone them.
All right, man.
I'm not opposed to that. I've done that. I've done that. I've done that.
Exactly.
Bro, don't open up any restaurant in Florida. We will not come.
Bro.
Don't
Shit
do
from
it.
Chicago, they don't even know how to make pizza, man.
Yo, say it
What?
again.
Come on.
Again,
I'm not even
Josh.
finna listen to this. All I'm gonna say
Cheddar
is Kingdom
spaghetti?
is
Get
top
outta
one.
here.
Kingdom is top one.
Thank
That's all
you,
I got. I gotta say it every
Kingdom can
week.
be number 2.
Yo, hold
I
up.
gotta
Yo,
say it.
Shin, did that Kingdom chapter drop? Good scans or
Yeah.
not?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Yo,
You talking
hit me-
about 748?
Yeah, hit me when them scans drop. The good ones.
Sounds like y'all
Hey.
talking about spoilers. Y'all need to be quiet. This is a One Piece stream.
I heard that
You need to catch up, gang.
I heard
That's
that
all.
they
Trying,
be,
gang, gang.
I heard that
Yo, I
Chicago
can't
be
do that.
microwaving a pizza slices.
Bro, they
Come on,
dude, they
bro.
got
Oh.
like, have you seen
they
they pizza,
don't.
bro?
I mean, that's normal. You gotta never
Bro,
talk about
first
Chicago
off-
pizza again.
First off, y'all think like we eat the deep dish pizza every time we order a pizza. No, we eat that regular stuff. Y'all in New York and New Jersey got that paper thin crust pizza where you gotta fold it in half for it to taste good and I have like, come on now. What?
Yo, you
What
eating
kind of
lasagna, bro. Stop
it's not
it. Just eat
lasagna, it's
lasagna.
pizza.
Like, you could
Bro,
just
Bro,
make
you cooked your
lasagna, bro.
spaghetti in the sauce. You got no place to talk anymore.
Bro, y'all is
Shin, we
stupid.
already had
y'all
beef.
realize Chicago probably got the best food out of everybody.
Yo,
You know what?
Yo,
I think
get-
a third of what
Shin,
Kid's problem is
Strong,
he
get
eats
shit
the same
outta
damn
here,
food
man.
you do.
Get shit
Bro,
out of here,
bro.
man.
Y'all
Shit
tweaking.
off before he said something crazy.
He really starting some beef. Texas got the best barbecue though.
Bro, y'all don't even got Italian beefs. Like, what else I gotta say?
Oh, we got the best barbecue, bro. Chicago got better barbecue than Texas? Come on,
Bro,
don't do it.
That's a bold
make the
statement.
barbecue at my
That's a
house. What are you
crazy
talking
statement.
about?
No,
Better than
my
Texas?
That's the first time I've ever heard that
shit.
statement.
Everything bigger in Texas,
Oh
man.
my God.
Yeah, I've never had
Everything.
Chicago barbecue, but it's probably mid.
Bro, just come out to Chicago.
Just
I'll
ask
show
Shin.
y'all-
Shin
I'll
praises it
show
good. It
y'all
probably is mid.
everywhere. Bro,
He
y'all
cooks
skipping
his-
on this.
he cooks
Yo,
his
it's cold as
food
hell in
himself.
Chicago, man.
Bro, it's only cold for like 4 months out the year, 5 months out the year.
Nasty.
I somehow don't
Bro,
believe you at all.
if it's like 50 degrees outside, you good. You good. Just put on the hood.
No, I'm not.
Listen, man, I'm not trying to get shot eating barbecue, bro.
Wait,
Try, we're in
Damn,
Florida.
get shot.
Yeah, I don't know
Bro,
the
it's
best
not
barbecue.
even that bad. It's not even that bad.
I'm playing, Shin. Stay safe,
You
though.
just
We got
gotta
like
be
one
chill.
season. Humid.
You just gotta watch
That's all
your
we got.
surroundings. That's it.
On
As long
God.
as you know your surroundings, you straight.
And humid
Well,
does not.
Look,
They
man,
got the
anyone putting
31 day in
cheddar
Florida, I want
in
to
their
die.
spaghetti or cooking spaghetti in the sauce ain't straight. You feel me? No, I
Bro,
ain't with that. You stay in
Bro,
Chi-Town.
you
Stay out of the
tweaking.
panhandle.
Strahd
I don't
inner
cook the
Italian is
pasta.
offended.
I don't
I am-
cook the
dude.
pasta in the sauce. I literally cook the pasta and then
Why
put
did
the
you do
spaghetti.
We almost
in
not about
the
to be
sauce.
friends with all this pasta
That
abuse
doesn't
you're
make
talking
it
right
any
now.
better.
Bro, Y'all so weird.
Let me get you break your pasta, right? You break your pasta, put it in the pot. I'm
No,
about to
who
smack
does
you.
that? Who does that?
It sounds like you do with cheddar and the noodles and stuff.
Yo.
Would you
Y'all-
make
y'all
ramen spaghetti?
never-
Come
Oh
on.
man, now we know Straw's trigger, bro.
Do y'all eat
Sound-
mascacholi?
Don't talk to me
Like,
about
do y'all
food.
know what mascacholi is? Like, At this point, I just gotta ask. Nobody
Ask?
knows what mascarpone is. That's
I
crazy.
mean, I know what mascarpone is.
And they got cheddar cheese on top of it, right? Or cheddar jack, right? Oh, okay.
Not always
Oh,
cheddar
okay.
jack. I use the provolone
What's your
myself.
point? Things
Oh
have
my
cheese
God.
on them sometimes,
Yeah, and the right cheese,
but not
and
spaghetti. You don't put cheddar in the spaghetti. You
yes,
don't do that.
do. Yeah, what you put? Mozzarella, Parmesan?
No, no. What are you talking about?
What cheese you use?
You get the pasta ready, and after that, you add
I
the
put
sauce. It's
Parmesan
red
in my
sauce or
spaghetti,
white
let's be
sauce.
fair.
What are you talking about? There's no
Yeah, no, I
yellow
put
sauce, bro.
Parmesan.
There's no cheddar.
Bro, who said it's a yellow sauce? It's just
You
the
said cheddar.
cheese.
You got special cheddar down there in Chi-Town? What's it,
Bro,
blue?
who puts the
Yo,
sauce is not yellow, bro. The sauce is red.
Strahd, Shin, we gotta go. Y'all can continue
Oh,
this
yeah,
in
my
the
bad.
den.
Shin, I'm gonna see you in the den.
Catch me. How about that? How about that?
But all right, y'all. We gotta run. Strahd, please drop everyone so we can say our final goodbyes.
Thank you, everybody.
I recommend everybody read Kingdom.
Oh, we gotta get him out of here first because he's still talking. Where you at? Bye bye. Okay.
Hey, see everyone. Oh, y'all have a
Good night, y'all.
Later,
Good
Josie. See you, Toby.
Oh man.
Man. All right, guys. Later.
Strahd,
All right, thank you, Strahd.
appreciate you
Appreciate
sticking
it,
around
man.
and helping us out with everything, moving people, bro. Seriously.
Anytime. See y'all.
Yeah, man.
See you.
Jana.
All right. That was fun, man.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Got heated at the end there. But I do gotta run. Just really want to say I appreciate everybody stopping by. If you haven't already, please like the stream and subscribe if you are a new listener to that One Piece talk. But I'm Larry. I do this every time.
I'm Tab.
I do this every time. This is that One Piece talk. Bye.